Aha, there you go. Cheers, lads and lasses. Appreciate that. Welcome back, everybody. Nearly 250 people here on all platforms. What is going on in your world? Let me know in the comment section below. Leeds United's lineup, unchanged. It's just been released. And then you've got sort of Darlow, Ramazani, Joseph, Gilavogi, Byram, Nonto, Schmidt, DeBayo, and Gruev on the bench. It's not actually unchanged. I've just realised Rothwell's in. Yes, very good. Very good. Leeds attacking from moment one. Make sure you tap on a like on the video. If you are on Facebook, guys, and Twitter, make sure you try and make Adam A's done it. 3 other people have done it as well in the last video. Make sure you're changing your Facebook and your Twitter, and make sure you're making a YouTube account, everybody. All the added benefits. It's better for you in the algorithm as well. Make sure you do so. Listen, we'll go through the West Bromwich Albion squad at Wildsmith, Furlong, Bartley, Hegham, Styles, Callum Styles at left back, Malumbi, Moa in DM, Price, Swift, Johnston, Mikey Johnston, and Adam Armstrong up front. So obviously no Josh Madgett for this one. No Shemi Ajayi, obviously, who's injured in the last game. What is going on in your world? Let us know in the comment section below, everybody. We've gone for the Red Bull. I don't know if you saw the social media thing that they did, but it was like sugar-free or actual Red Bull. And about 13 Leeds players picked sugar implanted Red Bull, which I thought was terrible from a team in the peak of their fitness. Right, okay. Who's in the chat this morning? Hello. Match together. This is Glenn. NFFC's in the building. Hey, mate. How's it going? Good to see you, buddy. It's going to be great. Crown champions again, 2020 with the King. Now 2025. You've won many championship titles, all count. Exactly, NFFC. I still don't care, to be honest with you. I'm not really that bothered if we finish first or second, to be honest. He says Rothwell in the starting 11. Good on him. He deserves it. Yeah, you bang on. I'm really excited to see Joe back in the side. I like Gruev, but I do think it limits us just a little bit in that midfield, especially when we're at home and needing to win. I obviously lost Morning Conlag going 2-0 today. Get your predictions in the comment section below, everybody. What I will say as well is it's a really, really important game because we've had the joy of Coventry, of Watford, of Sunderland and Sheffield United. It's really key because we've had these sort of games, and up until Portsmouth, I'll be honest, it was sort of like, Coventry up until Watford. I was looking at that and going, sorry, Coventry up until Portsmouth, and I was thinking, oh, it's a bit of a tough one. It's a bit of a tough task. But what I will say is, we've come through a lot of them, but I think there's 2 more tough games coming up. Portsmouth away, and this is going to be a tough one. We cannot overlook this 5th in the division. So technically, the 5th best team in the division. It's going to be a difficult one. No sound. Yeah, cheers to that, guys. Let me know. Morning, Connor. I hope you're good. 3-0. Yeah, guys, we're going to be back after instant match reaction, and at 4:30 we have got your fan forum as well. Geared up, Rothwell says Yorkshire Carn. This is Yorkshire Carnival. Cal says nice to have the Watchalong back, lad. Yeah, Cal. It's a difficult one for me, mate. I've always really wrestled with it, and me and Jim Bobberoonie were talking about this. I love doing the watch-alongs, especially when I'm here and I'm watching the game anyway. Why would I not do it? It is difficult sometimes. I wrestle with it to not go down to Ellen Road. I can't understand just consistent watch-alongs if you have the opportunity to go down to Ellen Road. I just love going down there. Me and Jim have spoken about this. He'd do watch-alongs every single week as well, but he loves going down to Sheffield United. And if I had the opportunity today, I'd be going down, obviously, to Leeds United. It's something I have in me. You know what I mean? I'm always going to take that opportunity because it's naturally, it's business. This is my business. One Leeds, it's what I own. It's what I do for a full-time job. I'm not lucky, but that's my pleasure. That is my pleasure. And if I can earn an income, which I do, aside from the watch-alongs, I'm always going to try and get down to Ellen Road as much as I can and film content for you guys, obviously. But I love going down there. Damien says, not felt this confident going into a Leeds game in a long time, so inevitably 1-0 win. Yeah, man. I mean, they've won 4 games on the road all year. they've not won in 6 of their last away games, and it's Leeds United. NFFC, no mate, no beer today on the Red Bulls. Rothwell and Tanaka are back. Morning, Jim. How's it going, mate? One of the patrons. Guys, you can become a Patreon member, and as Jim will be coming on in the next few weeks as well, you can be part of the Instant Match Reaction if you become part of the Gary Kelly tier as well. Make sure you head on over there as well. We've got 2 podcasts out this week exclusive to Patreon, so make sure you do so. Hopefully, we're going to be having some other interviews over there pretty soon as well. So keep an eye out on that one. So yeah, well worth signing up. Okay, let's get into some of the bits and bats that we normally get into when it comes to the team. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flash the teams up, everybody. Unfortunately, I can't get you the actual graphic, which is a little bit annoying for this one. So what I'm going to do is just get you the Twitter graphic up if you've not seen it so far, Leeds United side. Some of you will probably prefer that anyway. So this is what we're looking at today's game. So we've got Elan in net, Jaden, Junior, Joe and Pascal. It's good to see Pascal sort of back in there. What are those headphones, by the way? What are those headphones? Bizarre. And Joel Peru just looks absolutely out of it there, doesn't he? But Joe and Au in the middle as well. Great to see. Obviously, we know that Ethan may be out for the rest of the season. We'll have to keep an eye on that one. James Aaronson, Solomon picks itself at the minute, and obviously Joel Peru. But yeah, probably the big news on this one is, is the inclusion of Joe Rothwell. So we'll have a look at West Brom's lineup as well. If you haven't seen it so far, everyone, this is what we're looking at. It's Wildsmith in net. Furlong, Bartley, Hegem, obviously Shemir J out. Callum Styles at left back. I don't know if that's a regular thing. I don't profess to watch West Bromwich Albion that much. Mo and Malumbi in the middle. Price, Johnston, Mikey Johnston there, Swift. And this is what I was literally about to pull up here. This comment is probably one that I was about to talk out with John Swift. Energy-wise, that's going to be interesting in our midfield up against Rothwell and Tanaka. So just keep an eye on that one. I mean, yeah, look, I don't mind John Swift as a technical footballer, but my goodness, up against our defensive midfield, we should sort him out. And yeah, this guy is always going to be the problem, isn't he? Adam Armstrong in terms of a threat. So yeah, he's the one at the minute. He's always the one, Adam Armstrong, that you look at and you go, oh God, oh no. So yeah, I'll have to wait and see. Okay, Michael says, morning Connor, which side do you think is the best, Farker or Bielsa's side? Oh mate, this side, 100%. Systematically, you'd have to go with Bielsa, but really it's 100%. It's this team, mate. This team would batter that Bielsa side. Regular headphones with the Naruto stickers, greatest anime of all time. There you go. Here you. I expected you to be on the anime bandwagon there. Okay, let's get into some stats as well, everybody, before we get into it. Okay, so team rating, Leeds United and West Bromwich Albion. As you can see there, everybody, it's been a good season for Leeds, but West Brom haven't had a bad season whatsoever. Not had a bad season whatsoever, and that can't be discounted in this fixture. Obviously, that we're playing today. 7.9. Leeds having a loss in there as well when it comes to. In fact, I'm sure he's got that wrong. My editor, I'm sure he's got that wrong. It's 5 wins. He's going to have to get a smack on the wrist for that. Okay, big chances missed at 36 to 55. Obviously, West Bromwich have been creating more chances since Mowbray's come in. And the last results between all teams actually tighter than I thought. I had a look at this morning. It is tighter than I thought. You got 0-0 in there, 1-0, 1-1, and 3-1 Leeds, obviously, but they're 0-0 down at West Brom. We've not got a good record down there. We haven't got a good record at all. Key player, it's pretty obvious, isn't it? Adam Armstrong, definitely for them. Definitely, especially with his record against Leeds United. But yeah, and then I've gone for Joel Peru at Leeds United. Hold on, I'm just going to turn this camera brightness up a bit. There you go. It should be a bit better. So I've gone Peru for Leeds. Obviously, he's really getting into his stride, isn't he? Okay, we've got goals per match as well. Leeds flying at this moment in time. It has to be said, 2.1 goals per match, which is staggering. Us, up in that average against Sheffield United, of which you probably thought to yourself, no, that's not going to happen. We're not going to get 2 goals in this game. It's going to be a tough one. It's going to be a tricky one. Nope, we got above that. We got 3, and even in the Sunderland game, getting 2 goals as well. Leeds just being consistent with that average. Goals conceded, Leeds only second to Burnley in the division. But key to note, West Bromwich Albion's defensive record has improved. Expected goals as well. Leeds 65, nearly 66. And West Bromwich Albion just near on the 44 region. So yeah, let's have a look. Yeah, the loss is the cup game. Yeah, I'm just not sure. Is that in our last 5 though? Leeds United results. I'm not sure it is. Leeds United results. Is that in our last 5? 1, 2, 3. No, to be fair, it is. Yeah, sorry, Liam. It is in our last 5. He was spot on there. Let's have a look. Complacency is the only thing that stops us winning. Yeah, I agree with you, mate. I agree. It feels like that now, doesn't it? It feels like Leeds have got this wave of, I don't know, this wave of sort of positivity with the club. I think if you get a win against West Bromwich Albion and you beat Portsmouth, you're kind of looking at it then and you're thinking, what, Borough, Luton, maybe. I think Luton's always going to be a tough game. I just do. I don't know why. I think me and Brownie, and to be fair, Jim were talking about it being always a tough game against that lot. I don't know why. Maybe it's just that away ground, which is going to be difficult. It's tight, it's compact, isn't it? But 5 wins gets us to 90 points, people. And worst case scenario, Leeds lose today, right? Worst case scenario, we lose today. I'm not going to be too down on it. Because there's so many there's 11 games left, and as I said, Leeds have got 6 at home, and we're still in a really good place because of the last 4 results and because of the form really since January onwards. So I'm not too bothered, to be honest with you. I'm not too bothered if we lose today. It'd be a shame. But Leeds dropping points today, it would be a little bit annoying, but at the same time, it's not sort of head loss territory, really. Trebol says that the loss is the cup game. Mike says, morning, Connor. No time to be complacent. Even the easy games need to be taken seriously. Hopefully, we keep the fight going. Yeah, mate, 100%. Bang on the money with that. I think you're right. I don't think this is an easy game, to be honest. I don't think our next 2 are easy. I really don't. I think the next 2 are tough games. I mean, you look at Portsmouth's record. I think they've won 7 in 9 at home. West Bromwich Albion have been better since Mowbray's come in. Much better since Mowbray's come in. So I think the next 2 are still tough, lads. I really do. I don't think they're easy whatsoever. I think the run of form that we've had, obviously, we've come up against Millwall in the Cup. We've come up against Watford. We've come up against Coventry. We've come up against Sunderland. We've come up against Sheffield United. If we just have a quick look, right, at the Sheffield United fixtures as a comparison, right? As a comparison, I'm just going to Sheffield United fixtures, right? Let's have a quick look at this and who they've played, right? So it's not a slagging off match of Sheffield United, by the way, at all. But just having a quick look at their last sort of 6 matches, who have they played? So obviously their difficult game there against Leeds. I've said Luton's going to be difficult. I have, but we still expected to beat Luton, aren't we? Luton are bottom of the table, but I don't know why. I just think it's going to be a bit of a tough game. Luton bottom of the table. Then they faced Middlesbrough, but it was at home. That was probably the toughest game. Portsmouth at home are very different to Portsmouth away. Hull at home. Derby away, Swansea away, Norwich at home. So that's been their last, 6, 7 fixtures. We've had our last 7 fixtures have been much harder than this. So we look at our results, Leeds results. And this is why we've done so well, guys. Like, look at this. Look at this absolute murderer's row of fixtures we've had. Okay, we both had Norwich to start off with, same result as well. We've had Burnley, Cardiff, who were unbeaten in 8. We've then had Coventry, who haven't lost. I don't think they've lost a game under Lampard, apart from Leeds. They've won every single game either side in the Championship. Lost to Millwall in the Cup. Beat Watford, who at the time had the 4th best home record in the division. We didn't slap Sunderland, but we beat Sunderland. Obviously, top 4 side, won again last night and beat the 2nd best team in the division. So we've had a murderer's row here. We've had an absolute murderer. You could even go back to Sheffield Wednesday if you want. Could even go back to Sheffield Wednesday if you want. So it's been a tough one, but I still think, I mean, really, if you have a look at these next 4, Millwall, QPR, Swansea, and Luton. If you look at these next 4, tough games, still tough game. Maybe not Swansea as such, even though I'm not giving it the kiss of death. So West Brom, Portsmouth, Millwall, and QPR. These are tough games. I still think we'll come through them all. But yeah, for me anyway. What do you think? This is Leeds' last match against the top 7 team, going off the current form table. Yeah, you're right. You are right. It's it's a tricky one. It's a tricky one for me. you know, with regards to the teams that we've got to face, because you know that the teams in and around the bottom are going to get stronger. They're going to get a lot stronger. So I'm not that complacent when it comes to it. Look, when I've had Jimmy on, and look, me and him are mates, right? He gives me crap, I give him crap. There's not a cockiness and an assurance from me. It's just almost piss takey. You know, he was giving it at the start of the season. If you give it, you've got to take it. If he hadn't have given it at the start of the season, you wouldn't have seen such an abrasive response from me. That's just not the person I am. But I thought, do you know what? He's given it, so he's going to take it now. So that's why for the last sort of week, I've been giving him it. But yeah, no, listen, overall, it's going to be a tough end to the season. I don't come away from that. I'm just confident. I'm confident with my team. I'm confident with how good we've been and we are. It's not arrogance. It's nowhere near arrogance. I've never been arrogant when it comes to Leeds. That's one thing you can't say with me on this channel, that I'm arrogant. It's never been the case. It's always just been, to be honest, cautiously optimistic, really. And that's why I've been deemed negative a lot of the time, because I'm always the one to hold back, you know. Famously in the Bielsa season, you know, we'd speak on the former channel I was on. It was very much, you know, we got up to Barnsley and Charlton, and I was like, right, well, hold on, we're still not done yet. We're still not done yet. Where everyone else was going mental, but Jim Bob brought the fire out of me. So yeah, he deserves it back. Let's have a look. What you're saying? Just United. Why are you not there, Connor? It's at home. Yeah, I couldn't get tickets today, mate. I tried. But to be fair, I need to obviously get back mixing up the watch along as well. Yeah, I do enjoy doing the watch alongs. It's just I like going to the games as well. Been a Leeds fan, of course. Just United says, good luck. Still 12 games left and points to be hopeful we both go up Yorkshire. Definitely, mate. Yeah, 100%. I'd want Sheffield United to go up. It means I continue it with Jimmy as well. So, yeah, no, of course. I want Sheffield United to go up. It's, you know, definitely Yorkshire representation. And it's another 6 points for us as well, isn't it? So, no, but definitely, I think it'd be good for us to go up. 12 points from these 6 games is good for me. Yeah, 12 points. Let's have a look. We're going to flash this up again. The teams that we've got to face. Let's have a quick look. I enjoyed doing these, to be fair. League results. Let's have a quick look. So, yeah, we've got West Brom. 3 points for me today, I think. I've actually, believe it or not, put Portsmouth down as a loss. I've been really critical when I've been doing the running. Leeds Millwall, I've got us down to smash them, which will be good. I give them an absolute lift off at home. Maybe a reaction to Portsmouth, who knows? QPR, I've been really harsh. I've actually got us down losing the next 2 games, and I've still got us winning the league. So there you go. That's how confident I am. I've actually, our next 3 away games, I've not got Leeds picking up a single win, which is mental, right? So I've been really critical on the running, and I've actually gone these 3, Leeds not picking up a win. I've got a point at Luton. Was dropping points, dropping all 3 points at Portsmouth and Luton. We beat these 2, I think, anyway. We beat Swansea. We go to Borough. I think we smash Borough. I've just got a feeling. I don't know why. I think we beat Preston. I think we beat Oxford. I think we beat Stoke. We beat Bristol City, and then we beat Plymouth. So I think we're probably going to win the last 6 games, which is mad. Yeah, but I think we're actually going to win the last 6 games. So, yeah, I think that's going to see us up, obviously. And I think it still takes us past 100 points as well. I'm sure it does. 12 points from these next 6 games is good for me. There is a lack of Yorkshire representation in the Premier. It is, mate, and we need to stop going up and going down. It's not arrogance, it's confidence. I don't know how people get the 2 mixed up. Yeah, I know, mate. It does get rather frustrating when, if you're confident in your team, it's, you're an arrogant git. And that's just apparently Leeds fans, which I've always been quite confused with. I think it's mostly based on your mates, isn't it? And, you know, if you've got an arrogant bunch of mates who think, you know, have this, maybe Leeds have this tag as we've all got this sort of like divine right to be in the Premier League. It's not a divine right as such. I think as a club, you know, I do look at club sizes. I do look at prestige and history. No one's got like a divine right to be in the Premier League. Nobody. But I think teams like Leeds United should be in the Premier League as a representation. I think they should. I think the Premier League is a better place with Leeds United in it. I will say that. So, you know, like I thought Villa would be, Aston Villa, it's a better Premier League with Aston Villa in it. You know what I mean? Newcastle, when Newcastle are in the Championship, I think it's a better Championship with Newcastle in it. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I do think that's not arrogance. I just think, being one of the top clubs in England, which we are, as much as people hate it, it is what it is. You want them at the top table, don't you? It makes the Premier League a better place. If you ask a Liverpool fan, a Man United fan, a City fan, etc., is it a better place with Leeds in there? They'd all say yes. I know it because I've got loads of mates who are the exact same. So Armstrong will score against us. Hopefully not. If we're not switched on today, we'll get a bloody nose, but I'm confident. Yeah, hopefully you're right, mate. Make sure you're slapping a like on the video as well, everybody. Are we on 14? Come on, guys. There's over like 200 of you in the building. Let's slap a like on it. Let's get 200 likes up there. Chris in the building saying that he reckons we'll win 4-0. Good lad, Chris. Like to hear that. Yeah, 4-0. Could be right. But yeah, going back to this anyway, this is Leeds' last match against the top 7 going off the current table. Yeah, we've obviously got Bristol City left, haven't we? Bristol City is the last one, but it's at home. And then Leeds have got 6. Let's have a look again, actually. We've got 6 games coming up. Sorry, the last games, we've got one side in the top part of it, obviously, when it comes to Bristol City. And then, yeah, obviously we're a bit further down here, aren't we? Bristol City and then Plymouth. I think Plymouth will be tough. I think Oxford will be tough. They're all going to be tough, but I think we've got more than enough to get it done. If we get these 2 done, I'll be honest, I'm confident now, but there's an argument that if you get West Brom done and Portsmouth done, you beat them both. And let's say we get something at QPR as well by the 15th of March. I mean, I think we're looking at sewing that title up pretty quickly, but it's dependent very much, obviously, on those next sort of 3 games. I think we'll beat Millwall, but these 3 are the testers. I think the reaction to Millwall is going to be pretty big. To be honest, I think we're going to absolutely smash them, which will be nice to see after they won the league at Ellen Road in the cup. 2-2 says Madeline McScran. Great name. Both Sheffield and Burnley have Cov still to play. Are on fire at the minute. So hopefully they take points from them at least. Yeah, so I'll show you so this is, obviously, I'm just going to flash it on screen now. I think I've still got it up here. So this was Brownie's final league table. Hold on, let's move the one Leeds emblem there. So that was Brownie's. So he had Leeds on 103, Sheffield on 99, Burnley on 93. I don't know how I got to this, but we weren't even that far apart. I got Leeds on 103, Sheffield United on 101. But what I will say, obviously, Leeds finishing, I think Leeds will finish 10 points above 3rd, by the way. I do think that will happen. But what I will say about my league table here is I was very much focusing on that top 3. I don't think Burnley are going to finish that high ahead of Sunderland. I just don't think that's going to happen. But I was very much focusing on the sort of top 3 there. But I do actually think Coventry and Norwich right now will end up in the playoffs. I do think West Brom will fall out. I'm always confident with Norwich. Norwich always just end up getting in, however crap they've been. It always happens. Glyn says, Solomon James, Peru, 3-0. Good lad. But yeah, back on to you, mate. Out daft UK. I agree with you. I think Sheffield have still got, we've still got tough games. Like, nobody wants to go to Fratton Park. Nobody. Like, that's going to be a tough game. As I mentioned, I think Luton will be tough, as it was for Sheffield United, to be fair, and as it was for Sunderland down there. I think Leeds are probably the easier fixtures, and that's because we don't massively have teams to play like you've all illustrated in that top bracket. So we've been better against the bottom teams. Let's have a look at our record. Let's have a look at our record against the bottom teams this year, which it was always terrible last season, wasn't it? When we didn't pick up maximum points because Birmingham, Rotherham, and whoever else went down. But look at this. So the bottom teams Cardiff straight away 7-0. Hull, to be fair, bottom team not great, 3-3. Derby, Oxford, Stoke, Derby again, Luton, Swansea. And we beat QPR, didn't we? Plymouth. Who else is there? Obviously, we beat Cov, didn't we? Hull there. Cardiff there. What I'm in there. I've gone too far back here. No, but you can see what I'm saying, everybody. Throughout the season, it's been Leeds United have done really well against the bottom teams, which I've not seen for a long time. Really, when it comes to Leeds, it's always been a bit of an issue. Okay. Zeshan, hi mate. Out of the top 6 EPL clubs, Leeds are considered a big club with honours and history. We are top flight club, as you mentioned. Ask any EPL team. Leeds are better off in the EPL. Great content, Connor. Thanks, Zeshan. Really appreciate it. Yeah, no, and I agree with you. It's not in a sense, it might be an entitlement, but you get entitlement as a big club. You just do. The glory years build up a massive fan base. You get a massive fan base. They then when they have kids and stuff, they pass their name on. Leeds are just a massive club. We're a huge club in Scandinavia. Obviously, we're a big club as well in America. In Australia, we're massive as well. I can tell you that from living over there. Leeds are massive in Australia. We're huge in Ireland, massive in Wales as well. And that growth is only going to get bigger and bigger and bigger as well as we get into that Premier League. So you forget in South America as well. So YouTube, you get demographics people. Do you know, on my demographics, we have a massive base in South America on my demographics. There's a huge port. I might share it one day, but it is a bit sort of like it is on my analytics page. So it's a little bit more, intimate. So I don't want to show that piece of my earnings. But on your analytics, you get told where Leeds fans are and who's watching you from what place. And South America's huge on my analytics. So, I need to start speaking Spanish. But there you go. So we're still big over there because of Bielsa and because of other bits as well. Bayliss Boots Camp, hey mate. Says sick of seeing Aronson in that number 10. He's had 3 assists all season. Would love to see Nonto Ramazani in there now, or even Pro 10 and Joseph Striker. I didn't say it. Bayliss says it. And it's interesting with what you say there, Bayliss, because I think how it's always going to work right now is Aronson is going to be that number 10. And he has been good, but, 2 things can be true as well. There's been games where he struggled a little bit, but he has improved a lot this season. Does he work in the Premier League for me? No, not as a starter. However, I think, and this is what we're saying from the outset, and it's not an I told you so thing, but Peru is a certain profile of player. I think, and we were speaking about it yesterday, Peru looks absolutely lethal when he drops deep a little bit. He looks better doing this, by the way. Still looks better doing this. And it was evident from Bram Lane as well. But in the last 2 games, against 2 of the better sides in this division, he's dropped into that number 10. And Joseph has been he's been the sharp point of the attack. The sharp point. Joseph, yep, he's not scored. But he's bringing something different. And he's enabling Peru to get a lot of space on the edge of the area. And I think that's really important with his technical ability as well. Come on, the boys, says Bremner. Don't remind me of that Bristol City game. What a bore fest that was. Connor, Ian's in the building. Hi, Ian. Connor, what's your score prediction for today? I've gone with a 2-1, mate. Glenn says, no way we take our foot off the pedal after last season. Wacko. Come on, mate, my weekend, boys. Yeah, it's a nice day in it as well, lads and lasses. Let's get it. Connor, don't forget Scotland. I won't, mate. We were called, my dad always tells me this as well. He always tells me in the 70s and 80s, we were referred to as Scotland United. Not the 70s and 80s, sorry. Well, actually, it would have been the 70s and 80s, wouldn't it? Scotland United, of course. Hi, Connor. Today, Rodon scored from a corner and James 2 goals, both Welsh. That'd be nice, Steve. Yeah, up the wheels. Kevin says, I don't know why I've said your name in Welsh there, Kevin. We all know how good Bartley is at corners. Try to avoid corners as much as possible. I think West Brom will score. 2-1 Leeds. Okay, I'm with you. Yeah, I'm with you there, mate. I think 2-1 as well. There's always a lot of overconfidence. It's not overconfidence, is it? It's been excited, but a lot of you guys go in with big score lines, big score lines, which always does make me laugh. 4-1. Just seeing that there, Mark. Aronson has been decent. Doesn't work for me in the Prem, though. Yeah, I agree with you, mate. Connor, do you want Aronson as backup 10 or Pro as backup 10 in the Prem? Good question. Pro wouldn't be my starting striker in the Premier League. I just don't think he's got a lot of attributes there, but I could see him being a bench option. And I think a lot of these starters will be bench options in the Premier League if we get there. Aronson is a bench option as well. So, yeah, that's you. And I don't think we'd get rid of Aronson realistically. I don't think we get rid of either of them realistically. So I think they're both bench options, to be honest with you, mate. I think they're both bench options. Matt's going to be there on the fan forum later on, guys. Hope you're all good. 3-1 for me today. Hi, Matt. How's it going, mate? Afternoon confident. I am, Dino. A little bit wary of this one, but yeah, I am. Maybe it's just because I'm getting flashbacks to Adam Armstrong. Who knows? Peru was always decent. It's the 60-minute sub, which is what in effect he's been the last 2 games when Joseph has come on. Harry says, would you be happy with Peru in the 10 and a new striker in the Prem? No, I don't think so, Harry. I don't think so. Depending on the striker, to be fair, but you'd have to mirror a lot of what Joseph does as a striker and score a lot of goals, a hell of a lot of goals, because we're going to need a Liam Delap-esque striker. Lads, you look at right now in the Premier League. Let's have a look at the Premier League now. Just having a quick look. Premier League table. Let's have a look. Wolves are on 22. And lads, Wolves are a good team. We'll all turn around and go, Wolves are crap. Wolves are this, that, and the other. Look at what Wolves are a good team. Got a good team. One of the best players in the Premier League's on their side, by the way, Matthias Cunha. Form-wise this season, he's been unbelievable. They're a good team, Wolves. Like, this is what I mean. This is the gap we have to bridge. So can you legislate for sort of on-off performances in that number 10? You can't. You literally cannot. Bayliss Bootcamp says, Rothwell is so underrated. Pisses over Gruev, in my opinion. Always is a positive influence. Yeah, I'd agree, mate. I'd agree with that. Prabhu's in the building. Hi, Prabhu. Hoping Sunderland get second place and join us in the Premier League. Newcastle Sunderland is a true derby that needs to be in the Premier League. Don't really want wacky wild Rob Burnley in the Premier League so we can grab their top guns cheap. I think we've got to be careful if we do get there with the strategy we employ. I don't want to just get championship players. I have to be honest with you. And I do think maybe that's what sets us apart from Sheffield United and Burnley, if I'm to be brash. I think maybe Sheffield United and Burnley do pick the cream of the crop from the Championship. I think if Leeds get up there, I would like to see Leeds act our name and actually go out and try bring some big marquee signings in, potentially from the continent. That's what I'd like. There's all this Prem-proven stuff, yada, yada, yada. But, you know, I mean, yeah, if you can do that, Prem-proven players and players maybe not completely proven, like your Solomons, who are cast-offs a little bit, and, you know, they can come into your side and work, but they've got to immediately work, by the way, if you're in the Premier League. But I think, yeah, Leeds' strategy's got to be different. And that's hard for fans, I think. It's hard for me, but it's hard for fans to think, like, when we're talking in January, and there was all this clamour, this absolute, my French bollocks of Leeds going for Cameron Archer or Adam Armstrong. Adam Armstrong might do a job today. He might score, but would I have taken Adam Armstrong over Peru and Joseph as a combination and disrupt that this season? Not really, no. Would I have brought Cameron Archer in? Maybe for 6 months, but I wouldn't have really wanted to disrupt Peru and Joseph, to be honest with you. I just wouldn't. I wouldn't want to disrupt that combination. I think it's been a really nice combination this year. So, yeah, no, not for me. So I think the overarching point here is, I don't want to be targeting players like that with the greatest of respect for Leeds. I don't want that to be long-term aim. I look at Sheffield United when it's come to Tom Cannon, and I think that is just a bozo signing for me. It's a bozo signing. There's no way, for me anyway, that does not work in the Premier League. It does not work in the Premier League, and you've signed him as a bit of a starter in the Premier League. That's what they've done. They've brought him in and gone, right, he can work for us in the Premier League. He's done well this season so far. He's come from top pedigree, really. When you look at the clubs that he's been at, he's going to work for us. And I just think it's a bad sign. It's a bad investment. I wouldn't have liked Leeds to have done that. So when Leeds go up, I think we've got to start investing in that higher quality. And we do that because Leeds are a bigger name. So you've got to start acting your size, and the expectations got to dramatically increase. Even though we're going to finish 17th, hopefully, if we did go up, that's going to be the target. That's still you're still in the top echelon in world football of clubs there, by the way, finishing 17th in the Premier League. Leeds got to act the size. John's in the building. Hi, John. Think we will have to play better today than we have in the last 2 games. Big portions of these games we were in control. Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that. What film for the One Leeds Film Club today? Good question, mate. So recently, I watched, what was the film I watched? Wicked. Yeah, Wicked. Watch that. Yeah. So, you see that hand coming here? Oh, pause. But you see that hand coming in all the time? And she'll give us a cup of tea or a peppermint tea. Or she gave me some Chewits last time out. Some Chewits, right? That hand that comes in, that's my partner. And if she says, look, Connor, are you doing a watch long tonight? And I say, no. And she says, are you doing a video tonight? No, 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 no video tonight. Do you want to go see Wicked? I've wanted to see it for a while. I've got 2 free cinema tickets. I'm there thinking, yeah, but Sunderland Chef Wednesday's on tonight. Can't really say that. So the One Leeds Film Club this week, the banker in there is Wicked. Not my thing at all. At all. Really, it's not. So yeah, not for me. Just it's a bit much, innit? It's a bit much. Maybe it's 'cause I'm a northern lad. Maybe it's because, born and bred in Leeds and all that. That doesn't make a difference. But, you know, musicals are just not a northern lads thing, I don't think. Just don't think it's part of our bread and butter. Do you know what I mean? Doesn't feel like it anyway. No one else. Bamford will start first Premier League game. Don't say that, Glyn. They both should be coming off the bench. Yeah, definitely. West Brom have never really been an easy game over the years. They haven't, mate. They haven't. It's going to be a tough game. Joe's in the building. Hey, Joe, how's it going? How you doing, Paul? How's it going? How's it going, lads? Peru isn't a proper 10. We need someone creative for the Premier League. Tammy Abraham rumour. Do we take him as our number? Well, it'd be a pretty decent season, wouldn't it? I mean, he's at Roma. He's been on loan to Milan. Scored against Roma, didn't he, for Milan? Would you take Carvalho as our 10 in the Prem? I think he's there to be taken. Yeah, a little birdie has told me he's not gone off the radar, to be honest, mate. Peru is one of my favourite players, but I don't think he's mobile enough to play in the Premier League. Yeah, look, that's the thing. We have to look at that. We have to look at that and be really realistic with all these things. Sentiment has to be. That's what I was saying to Brownie last night. I was saying you got to strip sentiment aside. I'm being really ruthless with this lot. With this level of player. I'm even looking at. I love Jadon Bogle, but there is I love Pascal Strout. I love Dan James. But I'm looking at these players and they're exceptional in the Championship. But we've got to be ruthless. Got to be ruthless. Will these work in the Premier League? Will they work in the Premier League? I think they will, but we've got to be realistic here. Did I hear a stat about Groove that whenever he started, we've gone a goal down, we win when Rothwell comes on? It probably makes sense, mate. Monty Zoom says, how much is Palmer? I hope you don't mean, what Palmer are you talking about? Casey Palmer, or are you talking about Palmer at Chelsea? As a player, Cameron Archer was poor in the Premier League. How you, Maury? I've seen you before, mate. How's it going? Stick with Peru better than Archer, in my opinion. Yeah, I think he is, mate. I mean, what's the most goals that Archer's scored? Has he scored? I know I checked his stats and it's something like 6 goals in 60 appearances. Wicked was the right choice, or you'd have been whacked. Yeah, mate, 100%. Gareth says, I had to watch Wicked, my missus, a few weeks back. I felt like it's just terrible, innit? It's just absolutely terrible. Wicked, time you'll never get back, says Greg. Mate, Wicked. Wicked. What even is it? Like, it's just, I can't help but cringe. You know what I mean? But what I will tell you is, here's one for you. In 2008 or 10? 8. 2008, I was in year 10, right? And I was Danny Zuko in Tadcaster Grammar School's lead production of Grease the Musical. So I'm a fraud. Do you know what I mean? Who am I to take the mick out of Wicked and my girlfriend up there, who I heard screaming just a second ago as I mentioned Wicked? You were Danny Zuko. You like musicals. Well, maybe I'm a hypocrite. It's not the first time it's been said. Right. Why did I tell you all that? Don't know. Hello, Roland. How's it going, mate? We've defo got to think big. It'll turn around to attract the right players. We have the right ownership of this. Yep, I agree with you, Steve. Hope you're good, mate. Taddy Grammar. Yes, Matt. Yes, Matt. Have I just said that and you've said that? That was quick. Well done, mate. Yeah, Tadcaster Grammar School, mate. Tadcaster Grammar School. At this point, it isn't just about the league. I'm hoping we beat the point and goal difference. I agree, mate. Rob says Prem is going to be incredibly hard with all the promoted teams across the last 2 seasons coming straight back down. It'll be interesting to see who Leeds falls out. I think the big thing here is what Leeds simply have to do is Leeds have to we have to go up and act different. The good thing is we've got a good foundation right now. We've got a very good foundation, but I've mentioned this several times before. The only way Leeds work in the Premier League is to give up possession and play as a counter-attacking side. If you're a moron, and you try go up and try do Vincent Kompany Burnley, Russell Martin Southampton, you're going to get absolutely slapped. So you've got to deploy a counter-attacking system. And this is why there was people in the chat getting really upset at me for saying, oh, you don't need to move. Why would you not go for Solomon? You hate Solomon because you do get some childish people in the chat who can't talk football. So they basically say you've got an agenda and a narrative, which is bizarre. The reason, systematically, I am curious about Manor Solomon is if you are completely deploying a counter-attacking style in the Premier League, you want rapid players on the counter-attack. Dan James, Ramazani, they will be some of the quickest players in the Premier League. Solomon is not that style of player. Solomon, for me, as I've mentioned, and me and Brownie spoke about it off air and on air last night, he's literally more of a number 10, in my opinion. How technical is on the football. He wants to invert. He wants to be in central spaces all the time. He's more of your Pablo Hernandez. You look at him, he literally is a slightly more mobile Pablo Hernandez as a player. So, yeah, for me, that's why you're actually looking at Ramazani playing in the Premier League. Football's not linear. Just because Ramazani might not have the best performances in the Championship doesn't mean he wouldn't be a really good Premier League player or a decent Premier League player, at least, for me. Mike says, we're amazing now, but Prem is different. Afternoon, mate, says, Blades fans here. These kickoffs are terrible. When was the last time Leeds had a 3? Ev, I know, mate. I know. Good to see Blades fans over here as well. I thought I'd annoyed a lot of them on Jimmy's stream, to be honest. Jasper's in the building. I'm confident of going up, but all the talk of next year in the Prem makes me very nervous. Yeah. Today should be an expansive game, so we need a baller in the middle. So Rothwell being there makes perfect sense. All right, Connor, I'm good. Thanks. Yourself. And he scored 4 in the Prem. He's a Championship goal scorer, not a Premier League player. But I do think Sheffield United go up. We need better. Yeah, you lads need to. I think obviously you've got the new, is it American owners and the data-driven model. I think you've got to start Sheffield United when they go up. It's hard though. It is hard, because you've got to sell Sheffield United, haven't you? Why would you come to Sheffield United over however many Premier League clubs? Why would you go to Sheffield United? With the greatest respect, let's say if we're all in for the same player, a same really good Premier League player, why do you come to Sheffield United ahead of Leeds? Now that's and we've got to do the same bargaining thing. We've got to still sell Leeds as the most attractive place. Sheffield United have got to do that as well. I was back there in 93, 97. Oh, bloody hell, Matt. Long time ago, mate. Long time. I think my stint was 2005. 2012, I think that was my stint. That makes sense, doesn't it? Well, it's okay, Danny Zuko. Sandy's in the other room. She is, to be fair. She's got a Sandy look about her. Maybe that's why I went for her. I played for Taddy Albion. So did I, mate. So did I back in the day. These rumours regarding Ramsdale, yeah, mate, it's bullshit. Look who it's coming from. Just literally look who it's coming from. Yeah, it's absolute bullshit. If there's anything, I can tell you for certain he'd want that. He wants, well, he'd want that move. I can tell you that for certain. But no way should we be getting him. And that's all about raising expectations as well, everybody. Ramsdale, no way. Morning from the States. Let's get that win today. Shout out Texas Leeds. How's it going, mate? Solomon is amazing, but not quite as good as Pablo. No, it's Matt. I'm being facetious, but he's that style of player, that sort of player. I don't think Farke will do that in place. He won't. No, that's what I'm saying. To facilitate a counter-attacking style in the Premier League, that's what I'm saying. That's maybe one way you get Solomon in, but I'm not sure to facilitate a counter-attacking style in the Premier League, Manor Solomon is explosive enough. That's the one thing I would say. Manager as to combat physical psychological challenge from winning everything to rattling out results. Yeah, Robbie. Jed says I wouldn't take Solomon, too risky of a punt for me. If Burnley go up, I'd go for Edwards. Yeah, interesting, not a bad shout. Here we go. You'll talk about Solomon will eventually change your mind and move to Everton. You tools. I'm going to talk about Solomon. Will eventually. I don't know what you mean, but okay. Would rather have Armstrong over Archer. Leeds says Matt Leeds in Oz. Andrew says as well, for the Prem, do we recruit an unproven 10 like Shirtsan or an established from another club? Yeah, Shirtsan was he was the big rumour, wasn't he, Andrew? He was the big rumour in January. And that's what I mean. The thing is, you're hoping that the recruitment have got something up the sleeve. Yeah, they're ready. They've got shortlists for every single position. We arguably need. This is why it's not arrogance. We arguably need. My God, if we do go up again, 7 or 8 players to even survive. So that you're hoping that they've got something up the sleeve. Unproven. It depends what you mean by unproven. Do you mean unproven in the Premier League? Because that's different to being unproven. Let's say if you for example, when we got Rafinha, he was proven at Rennes. When we got Rutter, he was proven at Hoffenheim, or he was proven his trade at least. He was one of their starlets, wasn't he, from out wide? So these players are relatively proven at top levels. I think the shortlist would probably be if you've played in one of the top 5 leagues in Europe, top 4 or 5 leagues in Europe, and you've played extensively and you've got good numbers, then you're proven. I don't think it all has to be you've played in the Premier League and you've done it in the Premier League, because those players are just going to be a rare commodity, aren't they? Really, if we've been honest about it. And we are moments away from kickoff. We should be looking at the new Rafinha. Well, Paul, yeah, 100%. And if my auntie had a penis, she'd be my uncle. Melee better not be our Premier League. Yeah, and well, if that happens, we're going down, mate. If that happens, and that's not been harsh. It's not been harsh. It's you see deficiencies in the side, you see your problems across the squad. That is, I think, one of the first things Leeds need to do when we get into the Premier League. It's a pre-season with maybe a counter-attacking style, and it's and playing coming up against opponents who you can facilitate a counter-attacking style. So really good opponents who are going to dominate possession, and you try imprint that into proceedings. There's that. But on the other side of things as well, it's improving the goalkeeper. That's got to be number one. But we've got to get on with this first, haven't we? Instead of supporting players and making them feel at home, what are you on about, mate? Guy, you're on these a lot of the time. I don't know what. Are you a Leeds fan? Why are you here then, Guy? Honestly, mate, you're here all the time. I'll let you explain yourself, because on this channel, you are allowed to come on and have a difference of opinion, mate. But who's been slagged off, mate? Who's been slagged off? For the whole stream, we've been talking about how great everything is and rosy at Leeds. What are you talking about? Guy, what do you want to talk about, mate? What do you want to talk about? Way too early to worry about any rumours or even what to think about. 100%, mate. I agree with you. Rai says the best recruitment is abroad. I'd agree with you there. Do you think we already have a deal working for Elvedi? But this is it, Jeff. I know it's rumours, but it's players like Shirtian, it's Elvedi, it's players of that ilk where you think to yourself, is that where Leeds will go? And I think that's what we've got to do. If you can almost get Premier League cast-offs, which is tough, but, would you deem James McAtee as a Premier League cast-off? You probably would, in terms of, quality, but someone who's not quite going to work at that level. That's someone who as in Man City, that's someone who you'd maybe look at if you got to the Premier League. But that's what you got to target. They're going to be expensive. They're going to be really expensive. So abroad, you're going to get more value for money. I think this season, I've mentioned previously that when we've been up, we should have looked at cream of the crop. When we went up last time and it was Kinnear talking, when we brought Rodrigo in, and everybody's like, yeah, but Rodrigo, he's got 15 goals one season. But what we do forget is in that season when we went up, there was a conversation about Leeds going for Ollie Watkins, and we pied that off to go for Rodrigo. I'd have rather had Ollie Watkins. You look at Rodrigo's age, the amount of money we spent on him at the time. Watkins at Brentford had been cheaper. I'd 100% done that. So that's the cream of the crop of the Championship at the time. But at the time, we're talking about Brentford players. We're talking about Villa players, all in the Championship. Talking about these style of players within that 2-3 year period of being in the Championship. There were a lot of very good teams at that level, who mixed with the second tier of English football. Okay. We don't have that now. There's not the teams in the Championship, with the greatest of respect, are not good. They're not good. So that's what we've got to be thinking about as well. Matt says, do you think this team can push on from these huge wins and focus on beating the teams that should be beat? The last international break was when it all went wrong. Yeah, it's different for me, Matt. And that's from that, a lot of you like what I do. And I don't, some of you think that I'm maybe slightly measured or have been slightly measured before this season, but maybe that's the barometer to look at. This season, I've not really been that measured. I've been very confident. And you guys know, if you've been a fan of mine over the past 6 years, I'm not like that. I am not like that. So maybe look at that in terms of my confidence, I guess. Come on, the boys from the IPM group box. Yes, Tom. Yes, lad. Say hello to all the boys. Hope they're all well-oiled in there. Will Farker go for a counter-attack system in the Prem corner? If he doesn't, mate, I think it's a big mistake. Tulston Lodge, it was, mate. That's never not been there, I don't think. Take no notice of the idiots. Do you know what it is, mate? You're about Solomon. What does that mean? What does that mean, mate? So you're about Solomon. So what are you saying? What are you saying there, mate? Because I see you a lot on every single stream, and I'm obviously not going to get rid of you, mate. Unless you're abusive, and then I'll get rid of you. I look like Donald Trump here. But listen, it's I want to know what you're saying, mate. Give me some logic instead of telling me that I don't like Solomon. Tell me, man. Because guys like you, guy locations like you got to start giving me some evidence, my friend. Solomon's been excellent this season, and for the right price, I'd bring him in. For the right price, I'd bring him in. But stylistically, would it be an advantage for Leeds to start with him in the Premier League off the back of maybe a 15 to 20 million pound transfer? That's what I want to know, mate. But there's two sides, and I mentioned it on a video yesterday, by the way. I'm very pro Solomon right now. He's one of my favourite players, okay? But Premier League, we have to have a conversation. I think a lot of it hinges on the price. Solomon's not worth signing if we go up, as we don't need an ex-Bamford in the team. Hi, Connor. Hi, XX. How's it going, mate? Rodrigo also had a bad record. He did, mate. Hi, Martin. Well done. Welcome. Not well done. Tom says, a big fan of the channel. Watch every video from here in Houston, Texas. Match. I think we've got quite a few in Texas, actually, Tom. Welcome, mate. And thank you so much for your kind words. Guys, as well, what I normally do throughout the game is, I always forget to say this at the start of the stream, and I need to start doing this. But if there is donations, thank you so much. And if I don't shout you out, it is because I'm watching the game. But I really, really appreciate all of your donations. I'll shout them out in the next stream if they do come in. Also, we are going on live after this as well. We are going on live with the Instant Match Action and the fan forum a little bit later on. Connor, do you think Bamford stays a number? I do, Martin. Yeah, I do. Guy says, here we go. Leeds are an amazing club and a big club, but you people are traumatized by last season. It's toxic for players. I understand the pressure. But, okay, Guy, once again, you've just not answered the question, my friend. So fair enough. Dan says, am I the only player, one who keeps saying, just enjoy it? It's stay in the moment rather than it's going to go. Yeah, Dan, that's where I'm at, buddy. That's where I'm at. Do you know what I'm going to do after this, Dan? I'm going to go out with the missus and I'm going to have a couple of beers. I might do that because I'm enjoying it, bud. I came into this YouTube game and I thought I'm going to speak my truth, and I always do, and I think that's authentic. I've always been very authentic on this channel, but I annoy myself sometimes. I think, why do I look at it like that? Why can't I just be happy all the time with this club? I do look at it like that. So sometimes you've got to be self-reflective. But what I will say is this season I've really tried to just enjoy it, and that's because I learned from the Premier League. I learned from going up. You know, when we went up, I was in hysterical mode. You know, I couldn't believe it. It's the happiest thing I've ever been before I met my girlfriend. But yeah, it's the happiest I've ever been. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, but we went up and it was horrible. But now we're in a better structure. We are in a better structure right now for me. So, yeah, I'm happy. And you've got to enjoy the journey because the destination is going to be damn tough. Shout out to all the Texas Leeds fans in here. Connor, those type of people listen to what they want. I listen to you mostly, half listening, and still can do. Oh, mate, I swear to God, this is what I've never understood. Why would you have an agenda against the Leeds player? If they put on the white, blue, and yellow, why would you have an agenda? I don't understand that. I've never understood that. But you kind of just take it because it's like, you know, the online world, isn't it? But yeah, no, I've never had an agenda. Who have I been wrong about? Firpo. Didn't think he'd work in the Championship. Who else have I been wrong about? Byram to an extent, although I think I'm right with him. Peru has proven me wrong slightly. So yeah, it's not agendas. I want them all to do well. Do you think I didn't want Peru to score that goal at Sheffield United because I've got an agenda against him? Absolutely not. I was going mental, and I was singing. I was singing about him, of course. Martin, thank you so much for your super chat, mate. Really, really appreciate it, Martin. I'll get myself a. That is is that it's not even a pint nowadays, is it, Martin? I was going to say I'll get myself a pint with it, but no. I'll take Martin. We'll meet at Ellen Road, mate, and I'll get you a pint. I'll get you a pint with your donation, buddy. We do support the current players, but saying some of them won't make the step up, yeah, it's weird, mate. It is weird. Guys watching a different stream. Good man, Connor. Really pleased to see the channel getting sponsored and building a strong platform. Dan, you've just reminded me, mate, before we get into the video, we are sponsored, as always, by GNO, the Job Match Group, and IPM Group UK. Shout out to the lads who'll be in the box now. Any queries, if you want to get involved, competitive rates, get in contact with myself at oneleadsfanchannel@gmail.com. Yeah, guys, and any more interest in all that, you can you can get Connor's agendas again. That's my agenda. Shite. Rubbish. PJ says, I really do hope we get the win today and maintain this amazing win of late. Yeah, 100%, mate. Hugo Ekatike is a young athletic striker. Mate, I'm pretty sure I've signed him on Football Manager. Pretty sure I have. Connor, would love to, mate, but I can't afford to go. That's a lot of the problem, Martin. A lot of the problem at Ellen Road. It's affordability, mate. So expensive. So expensive. I wouldn't be able. I'm lucky with the sponsors of the channel. If I mean, there's no way you can get down there anyway. You know, I'm on a waiting list at the minute, but there's no way you can get down there anyway. Really, I'm a member and I've barely got anything through it as well. So, yeah, because when I go, I want to go with my family as well. I want to go. I don't just want to go by myself. I want to go with like my family members. You know, my old man, my brother, etc., etc. So it's difficult to get tickets next to each other. So I end up just going on my own if I do end up going up. So I'm quite lucky with IPM that luckily they sponsor the channel and you know I'm able to get down there every now and again. So I'm very lucky to have that, to be honest with you. Carl Bartley playing for West Bromwich Albion. Yeah, you can't, Chris. It's a nightmare at the minute, mate. What's a pint like, Connor? Sup cans these days. The thing is, Terry, I'm not going to. I can't. I don't want to sup a can like when I'm out because what's the point in going out? You want a pint, don't you? So yeah, but yeah, I guess it's cost of living crisis, isn't it? Andrew Abley, 49ers will back with good signings, but only time will tell. Cheers for Watchalong, says Philaldo. A lot of Aussies in the stream. Hi guys, as a gang. Hello from Detroit. Love the channel. Like and subscribe, please, folks. Shout out John Sky as well, man. There you go. It's good to see some US viewers in here as well. Well, we've got Martin. Shout out to you, Martin, for your super chat, mate. Thanks so much, buddy. Yeah, guys, let's wrap the likes up. We've already been going for an hour and we've not even started the game. So I hope you've liked the build up. What we do here on One Leeds Fan Channel is we do this. We get the timer up here and we give it a little refresh like this. Yeah. So whenever we get going, people, I will refresh that and you can link your TVs. You can pause your Sky remote or whatever, and you can go with me. If you don't want to listen to that, you know what, in Don Goodman, if you are in America or Australia, you might actually have better broadcasters. We don't have it in England. We and the UK, I think it is. We have Don Goodman, which is just not the one. It's just not the one. So yeah, you lucky people. Oh my god, mate! Where was I the other day? I paid £7. I paid £7 for a pint. Get out of here! £7 for a pint of beer. I couldn't believe it. Peroni, it's not even that good, mate. It's not even that good. We never get any heat over here as well, so it's not as crisp as you want it to be. Oh my, £7 for a pint of beer. Relax. Living in the US right now is hell. Leeds and its content creators. I want to. Well, I won't get into what's been happening over the last 24 hours over there, mate. But my goodness, I can imagine. Wowee. That the landscape is yeah. Look, but it's a nice out, isn't it? It's escapism, Leeds United. It is for a lot of people. Yeah, and I can imagine how it is over there, mate, as well. Trust me, we're all very, very aware. I'm sure in 2002 it was $2.75 a pint. Yeah, my granddad has a card, his local social club, and it's like, you know, like a nice like recreation social club, and he'll dash it over, and the woman behind the bar. My granddad's like 94 years old. We're about to get going as well. Hold on, everyone. So this isn't what it is now. It's not the timer now, but we're going to get going. The kit looks blue. But hold on, I'm going to get back to my granddad's card in a sec. Bosh, we're off. Yeah, we're off. Lovely. Yeah, so basically, my granddad's got like a card. And he obviously you have to pay for the card. It's like a membership over a year. And yeah, basically it's like £3.75 for him. So £3.75 for him to get like a pint of Foster's, which is quite cheap to be honest nowadays. But yeah, it's mad, absolutely mad. So yeah, crazy stuff. 2-1 to Leeds. Here we go. Come on, Leeds. A pint here is, oh my god. I didn't even, do you know what? I didn't even know you could get pints in Oz. It's schooners when I was there. Like every time I asked for a pint, they looked at me like I had four heads. Joe Rodon passed it back as well. The game started. It has, mate. It has. Got charged $6.50 for a bottle of. Oh my god, $6.50 for a bottle of Sol in Leeds. Wow, wow. It might have been in Sheffield, you know, which is disgusting, by the way. I think it might have been. I paid for a pint of Camden IPA. It wasn't even Peroni. It was Camden IPA, which, to be fair, is 5.5%. And as I'm hitting the tender age of 32, I realised that I can't do premium beers anymore. But yeah, that was £7 at an Ibis. Chill out. £7. As Tanaka has the ball anyway. Pascal Struijk, who appears to be operating, weirdly, on the right side of a back two, which is interesting. Tanaka has the ball. Yeah, Joe Rodon's on the left, which is odd. Verpo. As I said, West Brom coming into this not having any wins in their last 6 away from home. Malumbi in the middle is a bit of a nightmare. I don't really like Malumbi, as Peru does really well in that number 10 position. Feeds. Manor Solomon. Solomon puts the ball into the Leeds United corner. It's a good start from the Whites. Positive. That's what I like to see. Leeds with a lot of energy coming into this game. We've already had 2 sort of really quick transitional attacks so far where West Brom have been on the back foot inside the first 90 seconds, which is good. Leeds on the corner. Oh, cheers, Superfly. Really, really appreciate that. Did you have a pint at Gatwick? Says Andrew. Andrew, mate. I mean, I was going to America, wasn't I, the next day? So yeah, you kind of like have to get involved, really. Yeah, and let's not talk about the pints there, mate. Like ridiculous. Rothwell, anyway, and the ref stopped it. Which ref is it this time? He looks unfamiliar. I've not seen him before. I don't remember him anyway. Malumbi's on Struijk, which should be an advantage for Leeds here, surely. And Malumbi's not even watching the ball. I cannot stand Jason Malumbi, by the way. I know we have a lot of Irish people in here, but he's just a little scrapper, isn't he? And he's not even looking at the ball. Rothwell with a really good ball in. Struijk's on the floor, probably because Malumbi's all over him. Solomon does well, but West Brom come away with it. Adam Armstrong in a race with Dan James. Good luck. And James gets to it. Yeah, it's a decent start from Leeds, has to be said. James tries to play the ball over the top, cleared out. Mowat back to Struijk. Struijk's got it. So yeah, a decent start by Leeds. I am a little bit nervy about this one. I don't know why. I mean, I did say 2-1, but Solomon cuts inside. Far side if he looks up. Aronson. Rodon. Jaden Bogle. Ignores the run from Peru, goes back. Leeds just keeping hold of the ball like normal. Joe Rodon. Leeds dominant in possession, as you'd expect. Bogle goes down the line, does really well. Aronson could feed Bogle again. Oh, unlucky. Aronson tried to feed Bogle on that overlap again. The ball was just a little bit too far gone. It's been claimed by the goalkeeper. So yeah, West Brom, I'm probably expecting in this game time wasting to become a thing extremely quickly. Peroni is top tier. What you on about? Nah, it's not. Nowhere, mate. Nowhere. It used to be. When it was like the top premium beer. Not for me. It's distinctly average. As Bartley puts the ball out of play. Mrs. reckons 3-1. Daughter says 4-1. West Brom will win, says Ryan, the YouTuber. Maybe. I remember when Sam Smith's Alpine Lager was 125. Yeah, Alpine's it's like 2%, in it. Tanaka spreads the ball. Headed out. Rodon. Oh, he's gone over the top to Bogle, but Bogle won't get there. Oh, will he? Oh, brilliant from Bogle. Dan James been fouled, but Dan James cuts inside. James, oh, Leeds' best opportunity of the game. Bogle, once again, did extremely well. Cut back to Dan James. Bogle was fouled. There should be a yellow card down there, by the way, as Bogle gingerly gets up. Dan James fires it wide, a yard wide, but it's that Dan James left foot again, which we're all sort of used to doing. But yeah, brilliant from Bogle. And that's a foul. That's it. That's a yellow card for Callum Styles as Dan James whips it in and it goes past the post. How's that not a yellow card, by the way? What, just because we had a shot from it? Referee should be pulling that back, but he's not. Okay, West Brom with a bit of possession now. Malumbi plays the ball out wide, and is it Junior Firpo? He's miles out of position here. Ball played in, and West Brom should have scored, guys. West Brom, that's the best chance of the game. Junior Firpo, 150 miles out of position. Where is Firpo? Firpo, miles out. Ball played in. John Swift should have scored. Should be 1-0 West Brom. Leeds massively getting away with it there. Best chance of the game. Who is tracking John Swift? Leeds in the midfield, absent, and it's warning signs there as Strout tries to play it out from the back, intercepted by West Bromwich Albion, who are just getting a little bit of a feel out of the game now. Just shows you can't be complacent in these games. You really can't. Okay, so Swift with the best opportunity of the match, everyone. Let's just have a look at this again. Junior Firpo is miles out. I mean, he's gone on that overlap, to be fair to him, and he's just absolutely nowhere. I think it was Price, or, I mean, it's missed by inches. Inches, that. Should be 1-0 West Brom. Melier completely rooted to the spot. But yeah, that could be West Bromwich Albion's big chance. I mean, yeah, slightly worrying times, I have to be honest. West Brom throw. I think, yeah, it was Price on that right-hand side. So yeah, just West Brom showing that they've got a bit of a punch there, really. Price, anyway, goes back. Dan James pressing the goalkeeper. Dan James doing really well. Solomon recovers it high. Leeds could do something here. Excellent pressing by Dan James there. Leeds recovering the ball in West Brom's third, but not really capitalising here. We've gone back to Junior Firpo, and it's slowed down a little bit. Yeah, all the way back. That was a shame. We kind of won the ball really high there, and I thought Leeds could have done something. Tanaka, Rothwell, ball forward. Lovely ball, lovely weight. Solomon cuts inside. Ball into the box. Firpo! Yes! Get in there, Leeds! Brilliant. Fantastic. Get in there. That is what we like to see. Firpo gambling again. They're left back in the penalty spot again, just like he did against Sheffield United. And Leeds are 1-0 up. Brilliant. And you look at that West Bromwich Albion chance and you think to yourself, what an absolutely massive chance that was. That's huge. And that's where Leeds got a slice of luck there. Firpo miles out of position there, by the way, when obviously Price put that ball in for Swift. Excellent weighted pass by Joe Rothwell, by the way. Solomon does really... Or is it James? It might be James. It is James. Cracking ball in from Dan James, by the way. And Junior Firpo is there again to slot it in. Excellent from James. Lovely weighted pass. And Firpo's in there, gambling. And yeah, leaps like a salmon. And he scored again, Junior Firpo. My goodness. 1-0 to Leeds United. Just what we needed. Flipping heck. Another header by this guy. So yeah, great stuff. 1-0 to Leeds United. James presses again. Oh, James nearly wins it again. Flipping it. Let's just update this scorecard. Leeds win it back. Great stuff. Fantastic by Leeds United. Keeper clears it. And West Bromwich Albion win a free kick. Ball played out wide. Johnston. Leeds just got to be careful here. You know what the old saying is, always most vulnerable when you've just scored. Callum Styles. Mowat. Styles. Mowat. Styles again. It's got to be careful here, Leeds, again. Let's keep focused. West Brom just trying to play around here. Ball through. Intercepted by Joe Rothwell, who then loses it. Armstrong. So sick of seeing Adam Armstrong, you know. Johnston does well, good feet. Plays it back, whipped in by Mowat. And space at the back post there, and it's cleared. West Brom are posing a bit of a threat, you know, to be fair to them. They're posing a bit of a threat. They're knocking the ball around well. It's definitely not over this. It's definitely not over. Leeds just need to be, you know, hold on, resilient. That second goal's massive here. It's absolutely massive. I'll tell you what, there's an argument. That's a penalty. Hegem. Leeds pressing. Back to the keeper. 1-0 Leeds on nearly 12 minutes. Hegem. Malumbi. Doesn't look like West Brom are out of this, though. Leeds free kick. I think Malumbi pulled him back. When scoring first, Leeds have won 39 times. And it's Daniel Farker's nut spin. He's doing his nutting again. He's having to go at Al Tanaka there. Jesus. Anyone can feel the wrath. Throw him. Harrison wins it. James, who's been a menace. Brilliant, Dan James winning that. Peru. Aronson. Tanaka. Firpo clears. Oh, there we go. Aronson. Oh, Peru, man. Poor ball. Poor ball from Joel Peru there. Big opportunity there. Leeds had about 3 or 4 men going forward. I'll tell you what, Solomon and Dan James have been excellent so far, specifically Dan James. He's been excellent. Rothwell loses it. Big tackle by Strout. Massive tackle by Pascal Strout. Junior Firpo. Bogle. Leeds throw. Bogle. James. Aronson. Turns. Looks to be fouled. Not given. Peru press on. Hegem looks like he's easily pressed, you know, him and Bartley, especially when you got James and Solomon there. Bartley coming all the way out with the ball here. It's a poor ball. Roden intercepts. Does well. Well done, Leeds. Bogle. Possession in the last 5 minutes, West Brom have had 82%. Is that right? That doesn't seem right at all, does it? Have they got that wrong? I think Sky have got that wrong. Solomon. How the hell have West Brom had 82% possession? Tanaka. Rothwell. Solomon. Tanaka. I mean, that is a foul, not given. Strout goes long. James, brilliant. Bogle, play quick. Bogle. Oh, Aronson gets it wrong. Back out to Bogle. Chance for Leeds. Ah, Aronson, man. Just, it's stodgy, isn't it, guys? It's stodgy. Leeds win the corner, though. Bogle's looking excellent again. Look here at Aronson. Just gets his back step on it. Nearly trips over the ball. Leeds corner. Hegam's having a struggle, you know. Hegam's getting absolutely mauled in this game. Their centre-back, he's really struggling. He's just getting pressed. He doesn't look comfortable on the ball. Obviously, Shemi Ajayi has been a bit of a minus for them being out. Rothwell on the corner. Ball in. Knocked on. Aronson goes for it. Good effort, to be fair. Blocked. Looked like a good strike. Rothwell. Has to go back. Bogle. Rodon. Leeds keeping it live. Back to Bogle. In their own half. Back to Rodon. Rothwell, who's been involved everywhere, to be fair. Joe Rodon, foul. Adam Armstrong. Should be in the book for that. Should be in the book for that. Won't get in the book, though, will he? Don't even offer helping Rodon up. Arsehole. Mind my French, but you know what I mean? Right. Bogle, Tanaka. Dan James has been unbelievable, by the way. He's had a right start to this game. Unbelievable. Guys, I'm so sorry. We've had just some technical problems here. If you think that I've just been a bit quiet, I'm trying not to. It's just, yeah, as I'm sure you can imagine, sometimes it's not all plain sailing. West Bromwich Albion come away with it anyway. Malumbi tries to go inside. Melee should have it. Malumbi as well. So we always like to see that. Shout out to you, MW. Preston 1-0. Yeah, James looks unbelievable, doesn't he? He looks unbelievable so far. Yeah, Rothwell's been excellent. It's just about, it's not about deserving it, I guess, though, is it? It's just about Leeds properly planning for that next stage. Rodon. Bogle. Good ball again. James, who's been terrific so far. Cruyff turns. Unlucky. He's going to have to get back, though. Does well. West Brom trying to play the way out here and doing quite well, actually, but Leeds winning it back. And we're going to get a booking here as well. They take another Leeds player down, and the referee doesn't give anything again. Just seems to be every single time Leeds go down, there's no booking, which is great. Strauch. Rodon. Inside. Turn. Tanaka. Yeah, it's really important Leeds getting that early goal. And we play before Sheffield United as well, so it piles the pressure on them as well if this does go our way. Dan James, poor ball, intercepted by Callum Styles as West Brom come away with it. Still dangerous on the counter-attack, West Bromwich Albion, with Price and obviously with Johnston and Adam Armstrong. Still dangerous on that counter-attack. That goal will have settled Leeds down. But we're still, I wouldn't say we're at our best here again, but it is what it is. Rothwell tries to close Price down again. Ball played out wide. Junior Firpo out of position again, really, there. He's been spreading. Here come West Bromwich Albion, and that looked like a penalty. Oh, it's just a brilliant tackle by Jayden Bogle. I'll tell you what, an inch later, and that's a penalty. As West Brom come forward, Leeds just looking. When West Brom come forward, I'll be honest, guys, Leeds are just looking a little bit pulled all over the place. And I think, I'll be honest, it's that switch ball that's on with Junior Firpo because he's bombing on every time. Because Firpo's bombing on every time. We're looking just a little bit vulnerable in these pockets. And that's an unbelievable tackle by Bogle. But it's a brilliant tackle on Callum Styles. But I tell you what, that's an inch later and they've got a penalty, 100%. So Leeds have just got to be careful. That second goal is huge as Tanaka plays the ball forward here. Now West Brom come away with it again. Leeds win it back again. Rothwell. Strauch. Firpo. So, yes, I thought it'd be like this. I did think it'd be like this. As I said, I've gone with a 2-1. It does feel West Brom have got a little bit of a goal threat. A bit of a goal threat here. Rodon. Firpo. Peru. Play it. Peru. It's a brilliant ball to Firpo. It's excellent. Firpo, can he pick the right pass? Junior Firpo's in the box here. And that just petered out very weirdly there. It was Mulumby again just sticking the ball out. That's one criticism I'll have with Junior Firpo, guys. One criticism I've got with him. He's had a mixed bag in this one. I think positionally at the back, he's not been great. But it's when he gets forward in this position here for the overlap, he barely beats the first man with those drill balls into the box. They're actually really poor when you look at his season as a whole. Okay, Leeds corner anyway. Rothwell over it. Mulumby literally dragging Strauch everywhere, and the referee's about 4 miles from it. Rothwell, ball in. Back post, Tanaka's miskicked it. That's a big chance that he peeled off his man again, which we've seen him do when balls have been floated in previously. Unlucky. Goal kick. Yeah, it should suit us. It should. You kind of maybe expecting Leeds to hit them again on that counter-attack, aren't you, everyone? Tanaka unlucky there. Leeds winning it again. And that should be a Leeds throw. It's a West Brom throw. But they're giving it a go, you know. They're giving it a go, West Brom. They've not been amazing, but in this first 23 minutes, I mean, they should have scored, let's be honest. Let's be honest about that. But they're just finding a few holes in this Leeds United backline when we're pushing forward. And we've all said, haven't we, at the start, you know, if sort of like they're pushing men forward, it's going to give vulnerabilities and positions for us. But it feels like, as well, it feels like the other way. You know, Bogle with a bit of a last-ditch tackle on Callum Styles and Firpo been out of position, which is where on that side Price put Armstrong in. He should have, Price put Swift in and he should have scored. So it's, yeah, it feels like it's Leeds dominating, obviously, but they've got a bit of a punch of West Brom as Leeds win a free kick. Starting over to Ampadu there. Strout. Once again, Leeds scoring another early goal as well, people, which is something not to miss out. Rodon plays a poor ball forward there. Bogle pressing on Styles. Styles gets out. Johnston does well. Good feet. Mowat. This feels like maybe, I don't know, maybe like a Barnsley game in that Bielsa season. Maybe I'm giving them too much credit, but they're not bad, West Brom. They're not bad. They're definitely one of the better teams we've played, as you know, would be evidenced by their league position. But they're definitely one of the better teams we've played. Obviously, the quality they've got as well. Going forward, Firpo goes home. Strout. Rothwell. Pressed all the way by Malumbi. Melier. Rodon. Ball over the top. It's a really good ball over the top as well. Leeds win the second ball. Can we just do something here? Dan James. Good ball in Peru. No, I don't know why he's gone back to him. Callum Styles marshalled James all the way. And yeah, he's for some reason Peru's gone to Dan James. He didn't need to do that. Armstrong. Tell you what, Mikey Johnston looks good, looks quick, good feet, but Leeds win it back. Brilliant defending. Rothwell goes over to. He was on as well. Leeds were on that counter attack, and the ball just dipped over the top there. It was there, ready for Dan James. Rothwell hits it too hard. Goalkeeper's ball. Leeds just rushing it a little bit in possession here, which we've not done. We've not just need to just be a bit more composed on the ball here. You don't want West Brom just having more of the ball and gaining more confidence here. It's only 1-0. So until we get that second, which hopefully will happen, Leeds winning it back. Really good defensive work again by Brendan Aronson, who's put in a real shift so far. Dan James has been excellent, and Bogle on this right-hand side again for Leeds United as well, has to be said. Rothwell. Strauch. Tanaka. Brilliant ball from Bogle. Eye of the needle stuff. James it's a good battle down there on that right hand side between Callum Styles and Dan James. It's sort of been a bit of a 50-50 battle so far, I've felt, as John Swift wins a free kick. It is scrappy. Yeah, Conan. I don't know, mate. We're not sort of there yet, mate. Not there yet. It's one of our tougher games, this as well. I mean, if we can come through this period of which I deem difficult, with 5 wins on the bounce, it'd be unbelievable. Still looking at Portsmouth as well and thinking, we kind of get through that period of West Brom and Portsmouth. 6 wins on the bounce, let's say, if we're able to do that, it'd be it's the perfect return, isn't it? But we're not having it our own way here, all our own way. And West Brom putting up a bit of a punch here, which you'd expect with the Mowbray side. Leeds just need to keep hold of the ball a little bit better for me. It's been a bit scrappy, quite rightly, as Ryan said. Aronson. But opportunities are there. That ball over the top's always there. Strauch. Solomon. Strauch again. Melier. Ball over the top. Headed out. It's not a great ball from Melier. It's just very, very straight. It's got no sort of lift on it. I say it's just got no angle on it. He's just hoofed it forwards and West Bromwich Albion pick it up. I don't know why I'm getting a bit nervous at the minute. I don't know what it is. First time I've sort of felt like this. Bit odd. There is confidence, of course, but Leeds win it back. Really good position here. Tanaka. Ball forward. It's a poor ball from Al Tanaka. There was gaps there. Leeds won it back in their half. It was a shocking pass out from the back, I think, from Carl Bartley. Tanaka wins it, and it's a poor ball, but he's won it back there. Al Tanaka does exceptionally well there. Really, really well to win the ball back. But yeah, he had a real opportunity there, Al Tanaka, to put Peru or Aronson in. He doesn't get enough lift on it. Strauch. Leeds fans in fine voices. Pascal Strauch just boots it out for a throw-in. Bizarre. Foul throw, that looked like? Nope, carried on. Oh, Don Goodman's already doing my head in, everyone. He's already doing my bulb in. Okay, Hegham on the ball, who's been a bit vulnerable, and I'd like to see Leeds stepping up a little bit more to press him. Intensity's dropped just a little bit, it feels. Just a little bit. Ball played out wide. Bogle presses Styles. Styles was really well. Lovely touch by Callum Styles. And there's no midfield here for Leeds. And Adam Armstrong's running off road on. Mikey Johnston. Overlap. Where is Dan James? Dan James needs to defend here. Ball's going to be struck on goal. It's Armstrong again. Guys, we're not defending well. We're not defending well. Adam Armstrong should have scored. James not helping out at all there when it comes to defensive duties. Firpo keeping Adam Armstrong on side. And it's good combination blocking from Bogle, who's been really good defensively in terms of this is 1v1 stuff. And it's actually a good save from Milan Mele. I don't know what we're doing here. We look vulnerable at the back today. Really, really vulnerable at the back. I don't really know what's going on. Not going to have it all our own way, of course. I mean, you've got Aronson here on Carl Bartley, for goodness sake. And the crowd in Milan Mele, non-surprisingly. Ball played in. It's a terrible ball, and it's gone deep. And West Brom win it again. We're vulnerable here. I don't know what's happening today. Maybe they've not fully woken up. 12:30 kickoff. I know we're 1-0 up, but every single time, I'll be honest with you guys, every time they're coming forward, I'm getting a bit jittery here. And it's not because of the stage of the season. It's not because of the stage of the season. It is because they're finding little pockets. And I mean, just in that counter attack there with Adam Armstrong, you've got Dan James not even following Callum Styles, which is bizarre. Ball played in again. Milan Mele punches it. Leeds not winning the seconds or the thirds there. Ball being played back in. And it looks like it's a goal kick. It is a goal kick. I think we've got to wake up a little bit here. I have to be honest. I think we've got to wake up a little bit. To be honest, Joe, I'm not really that bothered. I'm not really that bothered, mate. I'd rather Burnley be winning. You know, I'd rather Burnley be winning. To be honest with you, why would we want Preston to win that game? Yeah, I want Burnley to stay in the cup. It's more of a distraction. I know it is about momentum and all this sort of stuff and mentality, but they'll have put out a weaker side as well. Now, I'd 100% I'd rather it be the other way around. I'd rather Burnley be beating Preston and they can stay in that competition and they can test that squad depth. I'm not bothered about them winning this, sort of losing that game at all, to be honest with you. I'd actually see that as a negative. I'd want Burnley to win that game. Peru. Rothwell drives forward as he always does. Commits a few players, does well. Bogle. Yeah, Pinky, it's scrappy. It's scrappy. There doesn't look that much between the teams at the minute as they come forward here again. Armstrong. Leeds win it and give away a foul. And I'll be honest, guys, defensively, I've looked at Dan James in their past two counter-attacks and I've thought he needs to start following Callum Styles. Callum Styles on that overlap every single time. And then you've got, I don't know what the rest doing here talking to Dan James. Chill out, mate. But you've got Mikey Johnston and you've got Callum Styles on a double overlap up against Jayden Bogle. Dan James needs to start helping him out. Yeah, Preston 2, Burnley 0. As I said, I'd rather it be the other way around, to be honest with you. West Brom coming forward again. Adam Armstrong. Leeds pick his pocket a little bit. It's deflected. Melier just literally takes a bit of a check back and nearly loses it. So Adam Armstrong's a problem at the minute. Why is this guy always a problem against us? Why is he always a problem against us? It does my head in. He just seems to rattle Leeds a little bit. He reminds me of old school. Do you remember back in the day for any other club when Billy Sharp used to come to Ellen Road? Billy Sharp used to come to Ellen Road and his movement would be such a problem. And he's a similar player, isn't he? Similar striker. Leeds, man, counter-attack there. A lot of space. And Rothwell plays a poor ball first time and they recover it. Price. But they've got a lot of the ball here. I don't like this. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Callum Styles, does he play that out of play? Looks like he did, but yeah, Callum Styles plays it out of play. Callum Styles, actually, who was playing in that Barnsley game up against Leeds when they caused us a lot of problems. Yeah, well, it's not all about performances at this time. We all know that now. It's not about performances. It's more about, just getting those results. But this isn't convincing at all, has to be said. They've come right into it. And they've been the better team, I think, since we've scored. Sky just put up that thing, actually. Yeah, which illustrates that. West Brom 3 shot. Was it 2 or 3 shots since our goal, and Leeds have had 1. Bogle. Harrison goes for a stupid flick and we get a free kick. That's lucky, that. Lucky. But yeah, we just need. I don't know. I don't actually know what's going on at the minute. It feels like they're just a little bit more composed in possession at the minute. They're playing quick football, West Brom. When it gets to Styles, it's always first touch to Mikey Johnston, first touch into Mauer. They've got good technical players there in these little trios. So it's proven a little bit of a problem for Leeds, this. But we just need to get hold of the ball. West Brom win another throw in. Need to get hold of the ball and find these pockets again. It's easier said than done, but I don't know why. I don't know why West Brom have got hold of the ball as much as they have here. They look a little bit dominant in possession now. Leeds seem to be just panicky on the ball. I don't know why. Ball played out. Armstrong. Somehow that's not a Leeds free kick. Armstrong plows into Stroud because he's the little man. No free kick. Shout out to Dominic Blythe, who's just become a new member. You can become a new member like Dom by hitting the join button. Everybody below gives you priority when it comes to the channel as well. Shout out to you, Dom. Thanks, buddy. Oh, we need a break here, guys. If you're not watching this game, Leeds are just. I mean, it's sort of content, but I'm not really content with it because they've found a few holes in our defense so far. Ball played around the back again. Here we go. I think Firpo's having a stinker, lads, defensively. Ball played around the back and Price nearly in there. Thank God for Strout covering for him. Firpo's not having a good game at the back, in my opinion. Defensively, that is. Obviously, he's got his goal. Fucking hell, come on, man. Solomon gives the ball away this time. Oh, goodness me, making this difficult. We really are. Solomon gives the ball away. West Brom win it back. So this is what it's going to be like in the Premier League, though. It's what it's going to be like in the Premier League. This is what I've kind of asked for in the Premier League. You know, teams to have the ball and Leeds to counter-attack. It's just our counter-attacking has not been that efficient. It's not been that efficient. But West Brom completely, has to be said, completely dominant in possession at the minute. Leeds have the ball for about 10 seconds, and that's it. West Brom win a free kick. Adam Armstrong, who is causing Strauch and Rodon some problems. Adam Armstrong is causing them some problems here, guys. Has to be said. Stupid from Strauch. Pushes him. I think we need to get into half time here, which I didn't think I'd be saying. I knew it would be tight, as my score prediction reflects. But I didn't think I'd be saying that. I think we need to get into half time. Swift on it. Ball in, Swift. One. Probably the shittest goal we've conceded this season, and they thoroughly deserve it. They thoroughly deserve that. Leeds 1-1. Thoroughly deserved. Shite defending. That is probably one of the worst goals we've conceded this season. Literally a simple floated ball into the back post and a looping header by Furlong, and it's in. That's it. Let's have a look at this again. Ball played in. Furlong, and Furlong's just unmarked at the back post because Bogle's on Hegem. Tanaka loses Hegem. Hegem, and then it's Furlong and Hegem on Bogle. Melee, no man's land as per usual. Yeah, crap. 1-1. And they deserved it. Fully deserved by West Bromwich Albion. Leeds, quite frankly, in this half have been crap. A good start to the half, but Leeds have been crap. Need a rocket up their arse in that second half. And as I say, I said 2-1. This is why, once again, and I respect it. It's fair, it's opinions, but Leeds fans coming in saying 4-5, won before. I don't, it's just not the Leeds way, is it? We've been crap here by our standards. They thoroughly deserve it. Thoroughly deserve that goal. So, well done, West Brom. Leeds need to wake up. Styles. There's no press on them at all. Like, we're just kind of allowing them to have the ball in possession. We've just been terrible as well. James, we've lost it again. Can't keep hold of the ball. Here come West Brom again. We need to start winning the ball. We need to start keeping the ball. It's starting to, I'll be honest, this is starting to piss me off a little bit. We've got to, why are we not keeping hold of the ball? I've not been rattled in this game at all, but now I'm getting a bit rattled because you're getting a team who dominates possession consistently, who are giving the ball away, mind my French, like dickheads. Keep hold of the ball. We do not need to rush it. Let's get back into the game here. I can't remember the last time Leeds had about a possession here. There's been holes in our defence as well. From the Armstrong little move off road on which Melee saved. I mean, look at this again. Melee, Styles puts the ball forward. It's a terrible ball by Styles. Leeds throwing. As I said, I get into half time and we've just conceded. Midfield's not got a hold of the game at all. They're just showing James's heat map. James and Solomon have been out the game in the last 30 minutes. Their reaction to the goal has been excellent. West Brom, the better team. Oh, God. Never easy, is it? Solomon, I'm sure they're going to show his heat map now, are they? No, but Solomon and James might well have just been off the pitch. And I've said this before as well. If you guys have just joined in as well, James, for a couple of their counter-attacks now, has not even followed Callum Styles on that overlap. That's got to be ironed out quickly. Because it's 2-on-1 with Bogle. Ball played forward as well. I can't remember last time Leeds had about a possession. Firpo clears it. West Brom win it. West Brom play the ball in central. Can we get the ball? Can we have the ball at any point? At any point. Here they come again. Swift. Styles. Adam Johnson. Mikey Johnston. Styles. Mowat. Swift. Price. Anytime, Leeds, just any sort of pressure would be good to just try win the ball back. Just letting them have the ball. Still got the ball. Furlong. Ball in. Strout heads it. And it's going to go out for a West Brom corner. This is unbelievable. They are all over us, by the way. All over us. We've not touched the ball, I don't think, in about 20 minutes. West Brom corner. Now we need to get into half time now. Seriously. Once again, everybody, it is so... It like brings me back to old superstition, isn't it? West Bromwich Albion have been horrendous on the road for the last 6 games, but of course. But they're not even, I don't even think they're playing that well. It is Leeds. We just have not shown up. Ball played in. Kicked out. And West Brom retrieve it again. Here we go again. The West Brom ball game. Styles. My God, we've got the ball. Bogle. Can we do something? Are we giving it away again? James. Ball in. No. Okay, well, at least we got out. Jesus Christ. At least we've actually got into their half. Bogle. Tanaka. Need just a rocket, and it's going to be one of those games in this. This looks like one of those games where we're not going to be great, and hopefully we can... Adam, I'm telling you, Adam Armstrong's playing all right here. Adam Armstrong's playing all right. He's a really good focal point here. Looks like he's rattling Rodon a bit as well, by the way. Rodon's already given him some. Strout. Firpo. Good ball. Here we go. Bit of an opportunity for Leeds. We've got to start taking these, man. Who's that? Who's that? Peru. Just... Goodness me. 2 men over for Joel Peru. Doesn't get his head up. He just gets his head up there, and you got 2 Leeds players. Look at this. You got Aronson in space. I don't really know what he's doing there, Peru. I think he's trying to nutmeg Hegem. Leeds corner. I'm not having it our own way here at all. Gone short. Solomon. Ball in. Headed out. Don't go back. Let's not go back. Come on. Come on now. Old frustrations with Leeds. Let's not go back. There we go. Ball played over, headed out. Not going to force anything if you're just going back all the time, are you? Strout. Rothwell. Good shape by West Brom, in all fairness. Tanaka. Come on, Leeds. We need to rally this intensity up a little bit. It's all well and good having possession, but we've got to actually break the lines at points as well. Burpo. Good ball. Solomon. They're winning a lot of the second balls. It's deflected there. Solomon did all right. It's deflected. They're winning the second balls here, which is a bit of a problem. James. I don't know what's going on. James offside. James had a stinker last 30 minutes. Dan James has had a stinker. Even defensively. Defensively, he's looked poor when they've been steaming forward. Don't know if he's got a bit of an injury, but just run from an offside position there and sort of loses all momentum. And this is going to be half time at some point. Their keeper taking 4 years when it's half time to set the kick. Falls on his arse. And there's half time. Yeah, not good. Not good. Has to be honest. Probably the it kind of follows what we've had in the first half of probably the last 3 games, if we've been honest. You know, Sunderland wasn't a good first half. Sheffield United definitely wasn't a good first half. And that was not good. No, that was not good. Has to be said. Obviously, we've got time left, haven't we? But Leeds need a rocket up their arse for that second half. That was not good. We probably had the first 10 minutes. Then they came into it. We didn't touch the ball, I think, for about 15 minutes. Their goal was horrific, absolutely horrific. They could say the same for ours because they didn't follow Firpo, but I felt at least there was a little bit more guile on that goal. Lovely ball in and a nice header. But yeah, I mean, flipping out. That needs to drastically improve in the second half, or they're going to take all 3 points, lads. They are going to take all 3 points. It's got that feel about it. Armstrong's rattled Rodon. It feels there a little bit as well. It's getting in his head. Rodon started shouting at him towards the end there. He's on his every touch. Armstrong does look dangerous. I think Price on the far side looks dangerous. Firpo has been out of position defensively, but I'll mention this again and again. I know he's everybody's favourite, but there's no agendas on this channel. Dan James needs to start following Callum Styles because on that overlap, him and Johnston are doubling up on Bogle. Need to see him there. Big second half coming up. Big second half coming up. Connor, do you think that goal was Melee's fault? I don't know, mate. I don't expect anything from Melee, to be honest with you. But they found pockets in that first half. They've looked dangerous in that first half. It's the first time I've really seen our defence pulled apart a little bit. As I say, third part of position. The problem is when we go forward, because they're moving the ball so quickly in that transition, they've got good technical players there. Styles, Moa, Johnston, just moving the ball quickly, one touch. Leeds are out of position going forward. So they're finding these spaces in behind the fullbacks. But yeah, it's a tough one, that. But guys, we're going to be back in the second half anyway. I'm just going to have a quick break and we'll see you then. Cheers. All right. Oh, what's going on, everyone? No, we need to get the W today, don't we? Get that win. It's not been abysmal. It's just been nowhere near our standards. Nowhere near it. So it just seems to be the first halves, doesn't it? At the minute, it's the first halves. It's a bit weird, you know. Scored obviously, which was great, but yeah, it's just completely off it since then. We have to be honest, don't we? Completely off it. What would you guys do to change it? What would you do to change it? Keep getting your comments in the section below and we'll have a look. What does Aronson give us? Their header for the goal was so wide. Yeah, it was poor, wasn't it? Rothwell, not his brilliant best today, or Tanaka. We'll never rate Aronson. Change formation, yeah, Joseph. I guess that's one of them in it, just so you get Peru just in front of Joseph. That's kind of worked on it the last couple of games. Is it just me, or does Mele seem uninterested? He's static. Well, I think it's for their 2 shots on goals, isn't it? Their 2 shots on goals, he's just been static. That Swift one should have gone in. Let's be honest, we got away with that. That John Swift one we got away with. And that second one, yeah, you're right. He's just planted, and he's completely planted. But big second half for us here. Big second half because obviously we've changed it, haven't we? When it comes to, I mean, I said 2-1. I did say 2-1, so we'll have to wait and see. But big half for Leeds. This big half. Yeah, I'd say not the worst result in the world. But could be. Yeah, I think it's just more us playing. Yeah, we do look a little bit frantic, as Kevin says. I agree with that. Very frantic. We're just not keeping the ball, and you don't keep the ball. We're going to refresh this as well, everybody. Don't worry. But we've got to keep hold of the ball a little bit more because they look good in the tight pockets. They look really good in the tight pockets. So, yeah. They've got a lot of technical players, West Brom. Got to bear that in mind. But the facts are the facts. They've not won in the last 6 away games. You know, they've won 4 away games all season. So I'm not saying they'll win, by the way, but yeah, come on. Let's up that standard. My worry is the defensive side of it, really. The defensive side of it, when they've been coming forward, they've looked good. You know, they've looked good coming forward. They look dangerous. Adam Armstrong, man, he's always a problem, isn't he? That boy is just a problem for us. He's looking sharp in this game. West Brom to kick off anyway. We're going to refresh this, guys, so make sure you change it with me. But yeah, big half for Leeds, this, it feels. Got to come out with a little bit more intensity. But I think West Brom are on the whole as we start with a better side. So West Brom kick off. Leeds win it. That's what we need to do in this game as well. Just keep hold of the ball a bit better. Burpo loses it. Ball over the top. Yeah, for a lot of you talking about melee as well, guys, you just look, it is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is. We know what we're going to expect from this guy. Leeds' first half shots, that's the fewest we've had this season. Or the second fewest, I should say. Fewest was against Blackburn, which obviously we didn't pick up the most points. So, yeah. Interesting. Tanaka, Rothwell. Yeah, Tanaka and Rothwell have to penetrate a little bit more, but they've got to have options. They've got to have options in there. Ball played forward. That's a bit better. James, Bogle. Peru. Solomon, bit wide. Solomon. Nah, good block. Good block. Corner. Better from Leeds, though. Better from Leeds. Good defending from Price, I think it was there. Much better from Leeds in that transition, though. We looked a little bit quicker there. See, Peru's so much better when he drops into that 10. So much better. Look, Aronson runs beyond him. This is the thing, though. Peru in that number 10 is better on the ball than Aronson, isn't he? And with Shemi Ajayi and a lack of pace at the back for them, is there not an argument for Joseph to come on? Is there not an argument for Joseph to come on and then Peru just to slot back in that 10? Rothwell with the ball in over the bar. James over the bar. Well, it's a better start at least than how it ended. Firpo on the throw. Rothwell. A bit more intensity now, Leeds. Come on. Let's step it up. Let's step it up. Melier. Clears it. But a little bit of a battle in the middle there. Leeds win it. Well done. So this is what Leeds need to do a little bit more of. Winning those second balls. In that first half, we've not won enough second balls. Rothwell sprays it out wide. Excellent ball. Right on Dan James's toes. Callum Styles tight to him. And Callum Styles wins it. James has been poor, I think. I think James has been poor. You know, people can talk about Solomon, but I think James hasn't been great. I'll be honest. As John Swift goes down and holds his leg, looks like he's jarred it. Yeah, it just looks like James at the minute. I don't know, maybe he's tired. I'm not sure what it is, but yeah, it's not that level of zip with DJ. I don't think at the minute. Yeah, both wingers. There is an argument. There's definitely an argument to look at. You know who? We've got those options, haven't we? But at the minute, it's not clicking at all. It's not clicking. We don't look efficient. I mean, it's a good. To be fair, we've been the better team in the first 3 or 4 minutes, so that's a positive. Swift hobbles off. Always happens, doesn't it? Like their opposition players always just hobble off, don't they? They just hobble off, but then they'll come back on. It feels like when Leeds have a player down, they'll just get taken off, and they're not coming back on. Slap a like on the video as well, everyone. Shout out to everyone new in the building. Please consider as well, everybody, if you are on Twitter and Facebook, we've got 1,200 of you in the building right now. Please consider changing over to YouTube, creating a little account as well. You get all the added benefits as well as being a channel member, and your comments get ranked higher on the algorithm as well. We've had a fair few transfer over. Solomon keeps hold of it. Leeds better on the ball here, much better on the ball, which is an improvement. Winning the 50-50s as well a little bit more here, and the second balls. But they're cutting off a lot of the lanes, West Brom, and it's a brilliant tackle again. Is it Armstrong? Armstrong's doing really well from the front. He's not allowing Leeds to pass out from the back at all, really. He's right on Rodon and Strauch's touch every single time. It has to be said. He's really defending well against the back two, Adam Armstrong. I think there needs to be a change for Aronson soon. That's what I'd be doing. I think there's a case for the front three. I'd keep Peru on. I think there's a case for the front three coming off here, to be honest. Strout. Solomon. Good ball. Inside. See, Tanaka there for me, he's got in these positions, it's there's too much of a reliance at the minute in that midfield on Rothwell doing the forward passing. There was a real opportunity there as Bogle wins a free kick. A real opportunity there for Tanaka to spread the ball, and he goes back, closes his body off, and goes back. Come on, he's got to be a bit more progressive here as Al. Leeds lose it again. It doesn't look like we're going to score, does it? And Bogle should win that foul again. The rest bottled it. More of a foul, that one, than the other one on Bogle, and he's ignored it. Melee clears. They're right in our faces here. It has to be said. It has to be said. West Brom are right up for it. Right up for this. And Jayden Bogle's going to give away a foul because the referee doesn't have a brain. Ball's in the air. The attacker, when the ball's in the air to win a free kick, the attacker will do this. He'll back in to the defender and then fall down. Because the referees in England are shite. They buy it every time. They don't understand that even though they ref these games and practice the game week in, week out, Leeds players do it as well, but they're so terrible, the referees. They don't clock on to the fact that players are literally conning the referees doing this. Solomon. I mean, that is a yellow card. All ends up on Malumbi. Give him a booking, for goodness sake. No yellow card. Again, that is a blatant yellow card. So they're up in our faces here, West Bromwich Albion. And once again, the championship referees are not helping us at all. James, who needs to improve here. Ball played in. Leeds corner. Right, Rothwell. Ball in. Good ball in. Oh, God, Leeds needed it there. Comes out to Solomon. Strike on goal. Blocked again, and are they gonna go down here? Yeah, I thought they would. It's Bartley this time. Bartley's gone down. Charged out to Solomon. I think he's either got it in the face or the other area. Good. And Darnell Furlong has got a throw in here. And we know this is going to be like an absolute corner. Ball in. To be fair, it wasn't that great. Headed out by Leeds. I think he's got to. What I'd do is I'd bring Joseph on. I'd put maybe Peru in the 10. And I'd bring Ramazani on Onto on now. I think it's time for a change. What minute are we on? 55. I'd be he was proactive beforehand. I think he's got to do it again. There's not that much change here. We look okay. We look all right. A little bit of a change, I guess, when it comes to been on the front foot, but it's not enough, is it? And is that another throw into West Brom? No, I don't think it is. Leeds throw. It's not enough of a change at the minute, is it? It's a stagnant game. It's a poor game of football, this. So it really is. It's a poor game of football. I know we can't be treated every single game, but they're really competitive at the minute, which is causing us a few problems. Rodon. Bit of an opportunity for James to get his legs gone. Cuts inside. West Brom back in the position again. Bogle, lovely turn and a free kick to Leeds. They're just killing the game. It's every single time. It's just, it's foul after foul after foul. The ball isn't in play. It's an awful game of football if you're not watching. If you're not watching, I commend you. You've had a good Saturday not watching this. Bogle does well. And it is a foul. He's got his hands on him. Referee's having a stinker again, though. Another one. Another one who, to be fair, I've not seen before, but he's buying everything on both sides, But Leeds are not being penetrative enough here. We're not being penetrative enough. If we don't have a focal point, bring a focal point on and bring Peru into the 10. Because Aronson is just giving us nothing again as Strout boots it out of play for a throw into West Brom. I think he's got to do something. I don't understand why we wait, because I'd get it if we're waiting and you can see Leeds with like elements of progress, but it's been a kind of better start, but they're having it all their own way really here, you know. And he looks stressed out, Farker again. Tanaka does well. They look good, West Brom. They look really fit. They look really fit. They're on our every touch, and we're just not being penetrative enough. I keep saying that word, but it's true. You know, we're just doing the same things over and over again. We get space and it's lateral, and they win it back like they've just done now. I don't think we've been aggressive enough, if I'm honest. Ooh, and Hegam's the problem. That centre back who doesn't normally play for him, he's crap on the ball, and Leeds just aren't exposing it enough when he's got the ball. Getting a bit further up here as he clears it because he can't pass out from the back. Burpo, Rothwell. Rodon gets taken out. No, he doesn't. And Rodon's out of position. Leeds win it back. Well done, Strout. Good recovery. As Rodon turns around and swears at the incompetent man in the black. Is better from Leeds, has to be said. Is better. It's just not nowhere near our standard. They're playing well, West Brom. Playing really well. Solomon goes on his, you barely see him do that. He's not cut inside. Well, then he has cut inside. We're not taking any risks, though. We're not taking any risks, and it's good from West Brom because they're closing the passing lanes out. They're closing everything out. And Leeds are struggling to find space. And we're poor as well, in possession. Bogle, ball forward. Firpo, bit of space. Ball in. Nah. He gets to that position, Junior Firpo, and he's really poor on the whole. In terms of that first ball, that first connect when he's inside the box, it always hits the first man. As West Brom win a free kick, they go down again. It's Callum Styles this time, but Firpo gets himself in the box there, and his delivery. If you ever look at him, guys, on the overlap, I think he's offside as well. Is he offside? No, he's on. Really good opportunity, and he's just absolutely spooned it. He spooned it. Is it even deflected? Oh, it was deflected. It was, to be fair. It's good defending. But a lot of the time, his first contact there in the box, when he's on that overlap, is poor. It'll hit the first man 90% of the time. Cleared by the West Brom keeper, but a little bit better from Leeds. Still, I don't think a shot this half, though. And the referee gives another fucking foul. My French, it's just everything. It is just everything. The guy has no clue. I've never seen this referee before, but it's everything. They get played so easily. And I have to say, it's from both teams, but there's no bravery in his decisions. There's no sort of commendable refereeing play. It's any single time a player goes down, he's doing exactly what West Bromwich Albion want. And they're here to win the game as well. There's been a couple of times where I've looked at Bogle and I thought he's gone down a little bit easy there. But he's buying everything as they come forward here. Ball played into the area, cleared out. Farker's got to make changes, though. It's not good. This is not good. Bad. This is a 4 out of 10 max Leeds performance. This ball played in, headed out. Okay, Aronson, get him. He's got to come off. He's got to come off. He's offered nothing. He's offering absolutely nothing in that central attacking midfield role, Brendan Aronson. They've got to bring. It's not even. It's like retention of the ball. Someone tell me what he's offering in this game. He's absolutely anonymous. He's absolutely anonymous. Malumbi, like Vinny Souza did with him, by the way, he just killed Aronson out the game. Aronson wasn't in the football match at all. Wasn't against Dan Neil as well for Sunderland. He's not in this one again against Malumbi and Mowat in that middle. Ball played in. Solomon, bit of a chance for Leeds, but we're slow again, and Solomon gets tackled. Loads of space there for Manor Solomon. Tackled. The wingers have just been poor. They're not quick enough today. They're not incisive and fluid enough. It's stagnant. It's stodgy. Yeah, it's just a couple of opportunities in this first half, just in space, and it's not for me. Oh, is it Kevin? That makes sense. He's just giving it. It's probably his report card in it where he's getting told off if he makes sort of an unpopular decision. But the ref's been abysmal. He's just giving everything. So he's not been. Well, there's no bravery in English refereeing anyway, is there? In like officiating, it's always the same thing. They buy it's every single foul. Lovely ball by Tanaka, I believe it was. Firpo leads with a bit of space here. Ball whipped in. Bogle. Unlucky, Jaden Bogle. Unlucky. A little bit better from Leeds, though, there. They're going to go down again here. He'll probably give another foul. Leeds win it back. And he's going to give it the other way. No, he's not. But he's been brave. Well done, referee. Solomon, bit of a chance here. 1v1 with Furlong over the bar. It's a corner. It's an opportunity for us down here up against Furlong. I don't really think Solomon, as much as I've been a massive fan of him in the past couple of months, in this game, just in particular, up against Furlong, he's not getting the best out of him. The worst out of him, I should say. He's not taking him on enough for me. He's not really hurting Darnell Furlong. I think it's been an easy job so far for Furlong to come up against Solomon, which shouldn't, is a crime, really. Rothwell ball in. And is it headed out again? Corner again. Furlong heads it. Leeds have gone short. Solomon. Chip ball in. Cleared out again. Better from Solomon, though. He hung that one up with his left foot. It was a good ball in that. A lot better from Leeds, though, this last 5. It's been nice seeing us actually bringing switches as well to our play. Tanaka switching that ball got us in, because they'd all moved over instead of just being predictable sort of 10-yard passes from Leeds, which it has been today. Tanaka fouled. Come on, ref. Yeah, Malumbi again. Yellow. Come on, ref. Still no yellow card. Fuck me. Mind my French. I apologise for swearing. Malumbi, that's got to be 4 tackles now. 4 tackles. Still no yellow card. Got to be quicker, Firpo. Firpo just dilly-dallying on the ball. Closed down by Carl Bartley. Solomon cuts inside on Price. Firpo. Perot plays it behind Dan James. Dan James now runs at the fullback. Drilled in. Saved. Poor. I'd take James off. I think James has been really poor this game. I'd look at bringing Nonto on for James. I think that's your first sub. He's just not been good today, Dan. And we know he's good in these clutch moments. So that's I guess that's your sort of point. But it's not been great today from Dan James. I don't think he looks tired. It's tired. He looks tired as well because a lot of it's defense. Some of it, well, not a lot of it, but some of it's defensive work. Winning his 50-50s, helping Bogle out when Styles has been coming forward. I've already mentioned this, but it's a lot of it is that side of the game as well. He just looks beat. 35 minutes to go. 30 minutes to go, I should say. 1-1. Big 30 for Leeds. Solomon is getting a little bit more involved now, which is good to see. Far side, Dan James, huge chance. Big chance. James goes on his left foot again. Tanaka, someone blocked. Why does Dan James just go on his left foot there? And his left foot's not great, is it, guys? Why does he keep doing that? He's already done that in this game. Brilliant from Solomon. Solomon's done so well there. James, take out your feet, strike it. He's cutting on his left, blocked easily. He kills his angle. I've got a mate at 5-a-side who does the same. He goes on his left foot every single time when he's a right-sided player. You just kill the angle. You let them get back into position. I know it can be unpredictable, but bizarre. Bizarre when he does that. Rothwell, ball in. And headed. I don't know. Better from Leeds, but yeah, I don't know. Ugh. Leeds been a little bit more aggressive this half, which is good to see. Much better. It actually looks like John Swift's suffering as well. In terms of that Leeds intensity. It's much better now. Solomon's getting a lot more into the game. Leeds have just got to keep moving this ball a bit quicker. Strout wins it. Strout. Brilliant. Solomon. Bit of space again. Peru. No, couldn't get it out of his feet. Brilliant from Solomon. Did really well there. Oh, he's offside. Come on. I mean, in all fairness, I was thinking to myself there, he's got to play that ball a little bit quicker when it came to Solomon. There. Play the ball quicker. Play the ball quicker. Yeah. It's a good ball from Solomon, but he had to play that a lot quicker. Peru's offside, and he's actually Peru's done actually really well on the line there. He's held it for long enough. You can see the game changing a little bit here. So Armstrong's coming off, which I wouldn't have made that sub, to be honest. I wouldn't have made that sub if I'm Mowbray. Swift coming off as well, which I think needed to happen. So is it Dean Garner and Carlin Grant coming on? Styles. Grant. Malumbi. Oh my God. We're defending like, I mean, Furlong again, for fuck's sake. What are we doing at the back? We've looked crap defensively when they've come forward today. It's doing my head in. Ball floated in. No one on Darnell Furlong. No one on him. Simple. Clip ball into the box. No one on him. He literally comes across Junior Firpo. Darnell Furlong is about 39 years of age. He scored a goal against us unmarked. Defensively, he's not really been tested in this game. For me, anyway, directly. 1v1. And my goodness, he could have had a second. He should have had a second there. What are we? Oh, we lost the ball again. He'll give a foul here. Yeah, there we go. There we go. The old referee. Oh, it's a frustrating game, isn't it? It feels like a very, very frustrating game, this. Fair play to West Brom as well. I mean, these changes look already like they made a difference. They look a lot more zippier. And he's going to give another one here. You fucking bottle job. You give everything. You give everything. Fuck's sake. Be brave, man, as an official. Fuck's sake. Mind my French. It's not a foul. Absolute soft git referee. You give everything. Be a brave official. Fucking hell. All the same at this level. Give me VAR any day of the week and twice on a Sunday. My God. Swift with the ball in. The way we're defending today, it's just going to come, innit? Leeds clear. Aronson comes off. 70 minutes too late. Jesus. It's like that's the third game now where he's just... I've not even seen him have a touch. I honestly can't remember him having a touch. Doing a good job, West Brom. And we're not moving the ball quick enough. in these little pockets. We're not moving it like we normally do. That's much better. Much better. Firpo. Play Joseph. Plays it behind Joseph, but Joseph does well. Matteo, good feet. Oh, he's at the bar. Oh, God, that was brilliant from Joseph. He's at the bar. It's literally our best moment of the half. That's absolutely brilliant. Ball's played behind him. Feigned to go one way, went the other. Oh, this poor guy, it just won't go in for him. It just will not go in for him. It's unbelievable, isn't it? Isn't it unbelievable? You just at points with it, you don't know what to say. That's a good start from Joseph. You just don't know what to say with him. That is just so good from Joseph. It's the bar. My goodness. Furlong. Do West Brom usually press like this? You know, no wins in 6 away from home just suggests to me that they don't normally perform like this away from home. I mean, we haven't been good. I mean, what's going on here again? He ain't given another free kick, has he? Offside. My God. But I think they've deserved it so far. We've been better this half, but we've just done nothing. That Joseph chance is the best of the second half, and they've had that Furlong chance. So it's been balanced. You know, I know Leeds have had like the last, 10 shots, but big chances wise in this half, there's been just a couple, I think. That Joseph one, which he fashioned for himself. And that obviously, that Furlong chance, which he nearly had a second one. All the way to Melee. I would bring so I don't know how James is on the pitch, to be honest, lads. I don't know how he's still on the pitch. He's just not had a good game at all. So as the table stands, with 6 points ahead of Sheffield United, obviously with them to kick off at 3. 6 points ahead. Goal difference still at 50. I knew we'd concede today. I just had a feeling. And that still puts us like 8 points ahead of Burnley. Coming forward again here, Dean Garner. Bogle out of position this time. Space here. Johnston. I actually thought that went in. I'll be honest, I thought that went in. Held by Melee. I genuinely thought that went in. Good hands from him, to be fair. If he hit that anywhere else, that sounds ridiculous, but with the power he got on that shot, that's in. He's hit that. They're a danger. They're a proper danger still, aren't they, West Brom? Tanaka. Oh, the line was split there and he's gone to Bogle. Leeds. I honestly don't know how James is still on the pitch. I presume he'll end up scoring, which will be fantastic, but I don't know how he's still on the pitch. I don't know what Farker's seeing here. Is it maybe it's just these clutch moments? But Styles having a really good game against him. He's a good defender, Callum Styles. He's always been a good player. He used to play in central midfield for Barnsley, but he did fill in at left back, and he's doing a really good job on Dan James here. I think he needs to freshen it up. Just seems like Farker's just thinking that if he keeps going, there's going to be a chance there. Rothwell ball in from the corner. It's a terrible ball in by Joe Rothwell. It's come down with snow on it. The ref nearly gets in the way of Solomon there. Solomon goes all the way back to Bogle. And Bogle flights up. It's just dead. The attack's dead. Don't know why Solomon's got all the way back there when he's got an entire team in the box. He's gone all the way back, and then it's just kind of dead, the attack, and we move all the way back again to Melie, who shifts from left to right 40 times before passing it. Frustration has to be said. A lot of frustration so far in this performance. Bogle. looked offside again there, to be fair. And, Joseph on his arse and kicks the ball out for a goal kick. Come on, Daniel. Needs to be some changes here, mate. We need X Factor. We need X Factor. He needs to do something here. I don't know what Joseph's doing there. It's a shocking first touch. It's awful. Solomon comes off. There we go. Right, Nonso on at last. Still no Ramazani. Still no Ramazani. I actually wouldn't have brought Nonso on for Solomon. I'd have gone Nonso for James. James hasn't had a good game. I keep saying this, but I think we have to need it. We're going to have one of these moments again, everyone, where it's like a clutch moment where you look at it and you go, wow, Leeds just never say die. It's going to have to be one of those again. Last 2 games, you can look at that. I don't want this to become a regular thing, if I'm honest with you. You know, we need to start, James puts it in, Nonso. No. James again, just taking too long with that ball in, I feel. Cleared by their keeper. Firpo, awful flick. Malumbi now. Firpo's out of position again. Firpo's had a stinker defensively. Going to be back in the instant match reaction as well, everybody, and the fan forum a little bit later. Firpo. Strout. Rodon. Goes back. It's Melier. Bizarre when Bogle's there, but we've got out of it a little bit. Rodon. Firpo's. I keep calling Firpo Peru for some reason. And the other way around. Tanaka goes back. Strout. Leeds need to be a bit brave here. Man who's normally brave on the ball now, Joe Rothwell. Got to start stepping up here, Leeds. Time running out. Peru. Dan James. Ball in. No, defended really, really well. Defended really well. Is that offside as well again? Was it a corner? Offside again. I wish we'd check that line more, I wish you'd just, wingers, centre forward, we just check that line more, because this kills the game when we get offsides and they have chance to take the sting out, any sort of attack. DK, is it DK coming? I thought he was injured. Ball played over the top. West Brom will still fancy this, Firpo, don't get too tight. Don't get too tight because they'll give it. Leeds win a throw. Yeah, they'll fancy this still. 1-1. Got Dean Garner on the pitch. They're bringing DK on, striker, who's been out for years, feels like. Tanaka. Oh, horrendous ball from Al Tanaka, who for me has not had a good game. He's allowed a bad game, but for me, he has not had a good game. Really hasn't, Al Tanaka in this one. His passing's been poor. DK coming on now. They brought on about 400 subs this lot. There's Tom Fellows as well. I think Fellows and DK. And fuck me. The amount of fouls we've just given away this game. Bogle. Once again, another one. It's hard to say any of them have been on it. James, poor. Bogle, poor. Firpo, poor. I think Rodon and Strout's passing's been slack. Tanaka and Rothwell in the middle haven't been good. I've got a feeling as well that it's that Sheffield United are going to go and batter QPR. Don't know what it is. Just got a bit of a feeling. It'll be a reaction to that Leeds game. Yeah, there was always a risk of this with Leeds, I felt. Just a bit of a hangover, maybe, of the adrenaline-filled week. I mean, you come out of it and you've still got out of these games 4 wins and a draw if it does carry on like this, hopefully, anyway. Then West Brom might fancy themselves here. But if it does come out a draw, it's, you still be buzzing with that as a period of time, So it's an excellent sort of 4 or 5 games. but we've been way off it. The passing has been off it. I mean, Rothwell's just tried to put one through to Joseph, and he's just missed him by 2 or 3 yards. I think the manager should have made changes earlier, if I'm honest with you. This game's just very stocky, innit? We're not quick enough. We're not incisive enough. We're not wanting the ball in the final third. It's there's no one near Nonto here. Firpo's not even making an overlap. And we go all the way back to Firpo. And Nonto goes back to Rothwell. There's just no attacking impetus. If you're watching this, you'll know what I mean, guys. It's not been overly negative. It's just, oh, fucking hell, Firpo. I mean, God, has he done himself? I mean, what an unbelievable ball there by Joe Rothwell, and Firpo's in. It's a superb ball. Either needle stuff and Firpo falls over. It's, I don't know, maybe it's just been too much in a short period of time, intensity-wise. It's not clicking today. I can't understand why Ramazan is still on the bench, but there we go. That doesn't really make a lot of sense to me, but I'm not the manager, I guess. Hey, I'll tell you what, we're doing all right here, aren't we? We've got Villa fans in the chat, obsessed or what. Not only that, but the collapse begins when we draw a game. Imagine. Jesus. Leeds have elevated the standards. We draw a game and we're falling apart. We're collapsing, apparently. I have to be honest, Firpo's not been good. A goal doesn't mean you've had a good game. Doesn't mean you've had a good game at all, and he's just given away another foul, which was a foul. He's just pulling on Fellows' shirt. It's a foul. It's just stupid. He's going nowhere, and Firpo does sort of old-style Firpo defending where he just makes strange decisions. Mo on a free kick now in a dangerous position. It's just stupid foul to give away. Got Darnell Furlong in there, who we've made look like Matt Smith of years ago in the air. Mowat now. I swear Melee's got to be good. Mowat puts it on him. Good ball in. Good defending. Oh, Jesus Christ. What was that? Who was that? Fellows. Fellows just gets that all wrong on the edge of the area. Leeds goal kick. Yeah, so a draw is, it's keeping up the unbeaten record, isn't it? If it does stay like this, but yeah, I can't see changing. I couldn't see the Sunderland one changing in all fairness, but this looks like, I mean, at least in the Sunderland game, we just had passages and stuff. And it looked like we're building and building. This game's just we've looked well off it. Tanaka taking his time again because there's no options ahead of him. James, ball in, terrible. Somehow Dan James has stayed on the pitch. I have no idea how. Awful ball in again. Ball over the top. It's another bad ball from Dan James. Really bad. Really bad. Straight into the keeper's hands. Bartley. Good touch from DK. Nonto does really well to win it back. Oh, you just can't make it up. It's a lovely ball through to Peru. Peru literally just has to get a touch on it and lets it run through. That is a brilliant ball through from Willie Nonto. It's been like this all day. He's in, and he lets the ball run past him because I think he thinks he's got more time. Gets his touch on that. He's in, Joel Peru. It's just been this sort of game where it just doesn't feel like anything is sort of going in our favour. Furlong, again, getting the better of Willie Nonto. We're making this guy, swear to God, look like Cafu in this game. Leeds throw, Junior Firpo. Leeds maybe not realising that they need a goal now. When we're ready, Leeds, taking our time here. Joseph does really well to hold it up. Rothwell, excellent. Rothwell's been probably the best Leeds player today, I'd say. Strout nearly gives away another foul as West Brom come forward. Dean Garner, Fellows, gets past Firpo, ball into the box on the edge of the area. Tanaka does well. Dan James can't hold on to it. And remember, I can't believe this guy's still on the pitch. He's had a shocker. Gives the ball away there. Now West Brom keep it live. Leeds goal kick. Good defending. Come on, Dan James. And the thing is, like, he's not there to be criticised, but it'll be interesting to see how many people actually say, look, Dan James hasn't had a good game. Because honestly, there's some Leeds players who'll get flack, but others just won't. And it's not flack that they deserve, obviously. They've been brilliant. But if we're just literally retrospectively looking at this game, he's been one of Leeds' worst players on the pitch. Bogle. Leeds just not offering themselves. Oh my God. And Bogle throws it, doesn't even get it into play. Goodness me. Rothwell. Right. Can Leeds put up a bit of a surprise? Nonso up against Furlong. It's going to have to go right back in because there's no options. No Leeds options. Rodon. Back to Stroud. Ball over the top from Firpo. Has he given another decision? Has he given it again? Soppy bollocks in the midfield gives another foul away. Another one. Furlong flops on the floor and Soppy bollocks gives another foul. Excellent stuff, referee. Brilliant. There we go. Give me VAR, please. Firpo has just been. God, I can't. I'd love to see how many times he's given the ball away. Jesus Christ! Just heads the ball straight into the midfield. West Brom pick it up. Dive coming here, presumably by a West Brom player as we press. Leeds win it back really well. Tanaka's got to go forward. Got to go forward. Tanaka goes forward. Well done. Peru to Bogle. Bogle steams. Oh my God. Cleared. They're brilliant physicality from West Brom. Is Melee there? No, he's not come out. So they're in here. I don't know what's going on there. Leeds have won it. That was literally a chance for West Brom to score there. Fellows won it, going through on goal, and Joe Rodon looks like he's hurt himself. Leeds are just all over the place. I mean, look at the shape defensively. Look at the shape. We're all just in a cluster. Not even a line there. And Fellows have got a really good opportunity there. And Joe Rodon seems to have fallen. Oh, he's hurt himself, hasn't he? He's hurt himself there. That doesn't look good. Oh. Is he all right? Don't know why we're looking at Tom Fellows' Sky camera. Can we look at the Leeds centre-back? Oh, and West Brom have it again. Hopefully he's all right. Can't afford an injury, can we? Yeah, my time is all wrong, guys. We're on like 91-41. We're like a minute ahead. Tanaka. Rothwell. Trying to get things moving. Firpo. Rothwell. Oh, goodness me. The amount of back steps we've made. Tanaka on the edge. No shot. Going back. Rothwell. Tanaka. Leeds just camping on the edge of the box here. Looking for room. Tanaka. Rodon. Is he moving? Well. Chance for Leeds. James smacks it over. He's had a shocker, lads. He's not been good. He's been. I'm going to say he's been Leeds' worst player today. Leeds' worst player for me. Dan James. He's got to hit the target there. He's just got to hit the target, and he's just smacked it over. Dan, big moment that. Biggest moment of the game, I think, for Leeds, that. And they're going to take the time here, presumably. God, what an awful game of football this has been. It's just never felt like we were going to score. None so. Leeds win a free kick. Get out of the way, ref, you tit. Referee getting in the way of it. Rothwell. Strout plays the ball ahead of Rothwell. No room for error here with the last attack. And it looks like we've already given the ball away. Strout. Got about 10 seconds left of this one, I think. Big chance for Leeds. Well, no, it's not a big chance, but like, we're still going back. We're still just keeping the ball. We need to make. I know what we're trying to do. We're trying to pick them apart, but Leeds have got to just throw the ball in the box now. Otherwise, we're just not going to score. It's terrible balling from Nonso, and it's full time. Really poor. Really poor. Not good at all from Leeds, but yeah, West Brom have come and done a job. So is it 4 points they've got off us now? But yeah, guys, we're going to be there and use that match reaction. Come over on there now. You should be directed immediately to that, and we will see you there. Make sure you like the video before you leave. Cheers.